Breathe in slowly and let it go. Breathe in again and release. You have entered the quiet space between thought and creation. This is the sacred stillness where all wealth begins. For everything you will ever receive first exists here, in this silence. Your mind, beloved soul, is a magnet. It draws to itself whatever images it holds. It pulls into your world whatever feelings it nurtures. Every word you speak, every thought you repeat, becomes a current of energy moving outward and then returning to you, multiplied. I am magnetic to wealth. I am magnetic to joy. I am magnetic to every good thing. Say it softly within yourself. Feel it begin to hum in your chest. Your breath carries that vibration. Your heart amplifies it, and the universe listens. There is no struggle in magnetic attraction. There is no effort, no pushing, no forcing. A magnet does not chase, it draws. It simply is. It holds its power, steady and sure, and everything meant for it comes into its field. I attract what is mine by divine right. I do not chase, I allow. I do not strive, I attract. As you breathe, imagine yourself surrounded by a golden light, soft, radiant, and alive. It moves like liquid sunlight through your aura. This is your magnetic field. It is expanding now, wider, brighter, stronger. With each inhale, it grows. With each exhale, it draws in wealth, peace, and opportunity. You do not have to see it. You only have to know it is there. For the unseen world is where every miracle begins. My magnetic field grows stronger with every breath. My energy draws abundance effortlessly. I rest in divine magnetism. Now, picture the thoughts of your day dissolving. Every worry, every need, every question, melting like morning mist in the warmth of sunlight. You are no longer the thinker. You are the receiver. You are the one who allows the universe to work through you. For you, as you, the universe works through me. I am aligned with infinite abundance. What I desire desires me. Feel that truth vibrate softly through your heart. This is not just an idea, it is law. The law of mental magnetism. The law Florence Scovel Shinn called the power of the word. Every word spoken in faith becomes flesh. Every word spoken in fear dissolves before it reaches you. And tonight, your words are holy. Your thoughts are sacred. Your mind is magnetic. My thoughts attract prosperity. My words command abundance. My energy magnetizes wealth to me. Rest deeper now. The more you relax, the stronger your magnet becomes. The more you let go, the more you attract. Let every muscle release. Let your mind soften into the rhythm of your breath. The deeper your stillness, the clearer your field becomes. The stiller I am, the stronger my attraction. The calmer I am, the faster wealth finds me. Peace is my magnet. Faith is my power. Imagine now that you stand in a golden field, an endless horizon of light. Above you, the stars are shining like diamonds of energy, each one a possibility waiting to be drawn to you. Below you, the earth glows with the heartbeat of life itself. You are in the center of heaven and earth, the magnet between divine supply and material form. I am the link between heaven and earth. I draw divine supply into material reality. My magnetism bridges the seen and the unseen. Now, feel that connection grow. Every cell in your body is aligning with universal intelligence. Your mind is calm. Your breath is steady. Your spirit is awake. You are no longer trying to attract, you are attraction itself. I am magnetic power embodied. I am divine energy in motion. I am the vibration of wealth made visible. Let those words ripple through your subconscious. Each repetition imprints them deeper, like roots growing silently beneath the soil. You are planting the seed of prosperity, and the universe will water it while you sleep. I plant wealth in the garden of my mind. I water it with faith. I harvest abundance in perfect timing. Now breathe again, slowly, deeply, and as you exhale, feel the energy around you pulse. Stronger, clearer, magnetic. You are glowing with invisible power. Your aura hums with quiet confidence. You are aligned. You are connected. You are magnetic. I am the vibration of abundance. I am the magnet of prosperity. I am aligned with the wealth of the universe. Stay here for a moment, in the golden light of creation. No fear, no doubt, no effort. Only the silent pull of your faith doing its perfect work. Faith is my magnet. Gratitude is my energy. Peace is my power. Now whisper softly, I am magnetic to wealth. I am magnetic to wealth. I am magnetic to wealth. Let it repeat again and again until it becomes your heartbeat. Each pulse says, I attract, I receive, I am blessed. I attract with ease. I receive with joy. I am blessed beyond measure. Rest here. Your magnetic field is awake. Your faith is working. Wealth is already on its way. It is done. It is done. It is done under grace, in perfect ways. Now, beloved soul, to attract, we must first release. To receive, we must first make space. As the river flows only when it is clear, so prosperity flows only when resistance dissolves. Take a deep breath, and as you exhale, whisper within, I release all resistance. I release all tension. I release all fear about money. Feel your shoulders fall. Feel the weight leaving your chest. Every tightness in your body has been a story. A story that said you had to work harder, struggle longer, prove more, earn love, earn safety, earn wealth. But tonight, that story ends. You no longer labor for abundance. You align with it. You no longer chase supply. You become the channel through which supply flows. I no longer struggle. I allow abundance to flow through me. I am open, clear, and receptive. Imagine now a golden river flowing gently through your body. It begins at the crown of your head, a soft, warm light, and moves down your spine like honey, melting away every thought of lack. With every breath, that river clears old emotions. Fear, doubt, anxiety, guilt, even memories that said, money is hard or wealth is wrong. All of it dissolves, flowing back into divine light, purified and harmless. I forgive every thought of lack. I forgive the past. I am free to receive good now. Pause. Let that forgiveness breathe through you. It is sacred work, the quiet cleansing of the soul that precedes manifestation. Because no magnet can draw while holding rust, and resistance is the rust of the mind. I let go of resistance. I choose peace over fear. I allow wealth to come easily. Say it again, slower this time, as if the words themselves are a gentle wave washing over you. I allow wealth to come easily. I allow love to come easily. I allow life to bless me easily. You are not demanding, you are allowing. You are not pushing, you are relaxing. The very act of release is the act of creation. As you let go, the universe rushes in to fill the open space. As I release, I receive. As I relax, I attract. As I rest, I rise in abundance. Now imagine a great wind moving gently around you, a divine breeze sweeping through your energy field. It lifts away old debts, old worries, old energy from your past. It clears your path with mercy and grace. You feel lighter. You feel free. My energy is clear. My path is open. My prosperity is flowing. All that once blocked your supply now becomes a stepping stone. Every challenge you ever faced was simply an invitation to release. To release the need to control. To release the need to figure out how. To release the illusion of separation from source. I am not separate from abundance. I am one with infinite supply. The same energy that created worlds creates through me now. Breathe in that knowing, and as you exhale, say softly, I surrender. I let go. I trust. Trust that invisible magnet of miracles. Faith, the frequency that makes manifestation effortless. As Florence Scovel Shinn taught, faith knows it has already received and acts accordingly. And now, so do you. I know it is already mine. I rest in faith, and faith attracts all I need. My supply is certain. See yourself lying in a golden cocoon of light. That light hums gently around you, whispering, you are safe. You are provided for. You are loved. The universe holds nothing against you. Every good thing is still waiting for you, untouched, unlost. Nothing is lost in divine mind. My blessings are intact. My wealth is now returning to me multiplied. Let that truth sink deep into your subconscious. Your soul knows this law. It remembers. It was never about deserving, only about allowing. It was never about earning, only about aligning. I am aligned with abundance. I allow divine timing. I receive with ease. Now repeat after me, slowly, like the rhythm of waves on a shore. I release worry. I release fear. I release control. I release resistance. Again, deeper. I release resistance. I release resistance. I release resistance. Each time you say it, a layer peels away. Each repetition clears a pathway for grace to flow. You can feel your body loosening, your energy softening, your aura widening. I am open. I am ready. I am receptive. Now imagine the golden river from before widening into a lake. Its surface is perfectly still, a mirror reflecting starlight. This lake is your mind. Every ripple is a thought. Every reflection is a belief. When you are still, the reflection becomes clear. You see only divine perfection. And in that reflection, you see abundance smiling back at you. I am calm and clear. My mind reflects divine abundance. My heart mirrors infinite supply. Stay here. Breathe. Let peace fill every corner of your being. You have let go. You have released. Now your magnetism is pure again. Clean, strong, radiant. My magnetic field is clear. My energy flows freely. Prosperity is drawn to me now. The work of release is the art of faith. You have done your part. Now the universe does the rest. Tonight, as you sleep, your clean and open energy will draw abundance effortlessly. It is safe to receive. It is natural to prosper. It is divine to be abundant. Repeat softly, letting it echo through your mind until it becomes a lullaby. I release and I receive. I release and I receive. I release and I receive. And as you drift deeper, you feel the gentle hum of your own magnetism. Clear, calm, unstoppable. I am open now. I am free now. I am receiving now. You are ready for wealth to arrive. quietly, beautifully, perfectly, under grace, in perfect ways. I am free. I am blessed. I am magnetic. Now that you have released resistance, you stand in pure peace. In this peace awakens a power greater than will, the power of belief. Belief is the spark that charges your magnet. It is the invisible electricity that turns words into worlds. Without belief, a seed lies sleeping. With belief, it bursts into life. I believe in abundance. I believe in my divine supply. I believe that prosperity is my birthright. Each belief is a light switch in your mind. When you turn it on, darkness disappears instantly. It does not fight the dark, it simply shines. I believe in light. I believe in good. I believe in myself as a child of abundance. Pause and feel what belief feels like. It is not thought. It is certainty beyond thought. It is the quiet knowing that you are supported, even when you cannot see how. I believe that the universe is working for me. I believe that money is energy flowing toward me. I believe that everything I seek is already seeking me. Breathe that in deeply. With each breath, belief moves deeper into your cells until it feels like your nature. The energy of belief is calm, confident, and magnetic. I believe, and therefore I receive. My belief creates my reality. My faith is wealth in motion. Florence Scovel Shinn once said, "Faith without fear is the key to every door." Tonight, you hold that key. With it, you open every gate that once seemed closed. I believe doors open before me. I believe my path is clear. I believe my supply is overflowing. You may not see the form of your wealth yet, but belief does not wait for proof. Belief is proof enough. In the realm of spirit, to believe is to have. To know is to hold. To expect is to receive. I expect good. I expect wealth. I expect miracles. Repeat slowly as you sink deeper into the bed. My belief is stronger than any doubt. My faith is greater than any fear. My trust creates my world. Belief turns the invisible into visible. It is the hand that reaches into the unseen and draws out treasures. As you sleep, belief does its perfect work. While I sleep, my belief creates prosperity. While I rest, my faith multiplies my wealth. My belief works while I dream. Now, picture a golden sun within your heart. It glows warm and steady, beating with each affirmation. That sun is your belief. Each time you speak truth, it brightens and expands. My heart believes in my destiny. My heart believes in my wealth. My heart believes in my power. The energy of belief is love. Love is the greatest magnet of all. Love says, I already have. Love says, I am already whole. Love says, I receive because I am worthy. I love money, and money loves me. I love the flow of prosperity through me. I love being a magnet for abundance. Let that feeling of love spread through your body like warm light. It melts away the last trace of doubt. It heals every cell that ever feared lack. It reminds you that belief is not force. It is relaxation into truth. I relax into belief. I rest in faith. I sleep in certainty. In this moment, you believe not as a wish, but as a knowing. You no longer hope for wealth. You know you are wealth. You no longer seek prosperity. You know you emanate prosperity. This is the energy of belief. It does not look for signs. It creates them. I believe that my wealth is manifesting now. I believe money is flowing to me now. I believe my life is rich now. And as you believe, your magnet strengthens. It spins faster and brighter with each word. Opportunities begin to move toward you in the unseen. Ideas gather in your sleep, ready to arrive as inspiration in the morning. My belief attracts ideas. My belief attracts people. My belief attracts money. Say it again, slower, feeling it vibrate in your soul. My belief attracts money. My belief attracts money. My belief attracts money. You are becoming a lighthouse of faith, a signal so clear that everything you desire can find you in the dark. Your belief is the beacon. Your faith is the flame. Your prosperity is the inevitable response. I believe, therefore I receive. I believe, therefore I am. I believe, and so it is. Now, let the word believe become your breath. Inhale faith. Exhale doubt. Inhale certainty. Exhale fear. I inhale belief. I exhale fear. I inhale faith. I exhale limitation. Repeat these softly until your whole being feels like one breath of trust. I trust life. I trust my path. I trust my divine timing. Now, rest your mind in the sweet certainty of belief. No worries, no hows, no whens, only the truth that all is done. It is done. It is done. It is done. Let that phrase carry you into sleep. For as you sleep, your belief does the work. It draws to you what you have spoken. It builds your future in the realm of spirit. My belief is building my blessing. My faith is forming my fortune. My trust is creating my tomorrow. Now, beloved soul, sleep in belief. Your magnet is charged. Your heart is aligned. Your energy is faith. You are the living frequency of abundance. I believe in divine supply. I believe I am wealth. I believe I am one with infinite abundance. And so it is. Now that you believe, now that your faith hums quietly within you, it is time to feel. Wealth is not only an idea, it is a vibration. It is a frequency. It is a rhythm that moves through your body when you are at peace. Close your eyes and feel your heartbeat. That steady, faithful pulse. It is the rhythm of life itself. Life is abundance in motion. And you, dear soul, are the instrument it plays through. Wealth is my natural vibration. Abundance is the song of my soul. Prosperity flows through my energy. Take a deep breath, and as you exhale, imagine your entire being glowing with golden light. This is the frequency of wealth. It is not outside you, it is you. Every time you feel peace, every time you feel gratitude, you are tuning your instrument to the key of abundance. I feel abundant now. I am the vibration of wealth. I radiate prosperity wherever I go. The more you feel it, the more it becomes your state of being. And your state of being is the magnet of manifestation. I vibrate at the frequency of success. My energy attracts wealth effortlessly. I am aligned with the song of the universe. The universe speaks in energy, not words. It listens not to what you say, but to what you feel. When you feel poor, it echoes scarcity. When you feel rich, it multiplies abundance. When you feel grateful, it gives you more to be grateful for. So now, in this quiet space, feel as if you already have everything you've ever wanted. Feel the safety. Feel the joy. Feel the peace of a life overflowing with good. I feel rich in this moment. I feel peace, and peace is prosperity. I feel gratitude, and gratitude attracts miracles. Let gratitude swell inside you like sunlight expanding through glass. Your cells begin to hum. Your aura expands. The universe hears your frequency and whispers, "Yes, I am thankful for what I have. I am thankful for what is coming. I am thankful that I am already blessed." Now imagine your energy field as a shimmering golden mist. It moves gently with your breath. A living aura that stretches out around you. a soft, magnetic wave. Each exhale carries a message into the universe. I am ready. I am open. I am wealthy. I am open to receive wealth. I am open to divine ideas. I am open to infinite prosperity. This golden mist now expands outward. It fills your room. It fills your home. It touches your city, your country, the entire world. You are connected to the vast field of abundance that lives within all things. It is not far, it is you. I am connected to infinite supply. I am one with the source of wealth. I am abundance expressing itself. Feel how calm this vibration is. There is no rush, no desperation. It simply is. It is steady, constant, unbreakable, like the heartbeat of God pulsing through creation. My wealth is steady. My abundance is constant. My prosperity is eternal. Each cell of your body now glows brighter. Your mind feels open and quiet. Your heart feels wide and soft. This is the vibration of wealth, a mixture of gratitude, trust, and love. I love the energy of abundance. I love feeling rich. I love being magnetic to prosperity. Now, begin to gently smile. A small, effortless smile of peace. That smile itself is a signal to the universe. You are satisfied. And satisfaction is the vibration that multiplies everything. I am satisfied, and therefore I attract more. I am grateful, and therefore I expand. I am calm, and therefore I receive. Every feeling of joy becomes a magnetic command. Every breath of peace becomes a silent prayer. Every heartbeat becomes an affirmation. I am abundant. I am abundant now. I am prosperous now. I am wealthy now. Now, imagine you are surrounded by soft waves of golden sound, each wave carrying blessings, money, opportunities, and love. They move toward you gently, continuously, like tides that never cease. You are not waiting for wealth. You are living inside it. It moves through you, around you, within you. Wealth flows to me and through me. I am surrounded by abundance. I live inside prosperity. Let these words circle your mind again and again. I live inside prosperity. I live inside prosperity. I live inside prosperity. You are now tuned to the vibration of infinite wealth. Every thought, every breath, every feeling sends out a signal of attraction, and that signal cannot fail. It is divine law. My vibration attracts divine wealth. My frequency magnetizes success. My energy calls abundance home. Feel that power for a moment, not as excitement, but as calm knowing. You do not need to ask anymore. You do not need to hope. You only need to be. I am the vibration of receiving. I am the frequency of gratitude. I am the sound of wealth made manifest. Now, with every heartbeat, your frequency grows clearer. You are a golden tone resonating through creation. Everything that matches your energy is already finding you. People, ideas, money, success. What is mine finds me now. What belongs to me comes easily. What I seek is already on its way. Let your mind rest in that truth. Wealth is not something you attract. It is something you allow. When your vibration rises, wealth simply appears. I allow wealth to appear. I allow abundance to manifest. I allow prosperity to unfold. Now rest in this energy. You are tuned perfectly to the frequency of abundance. The universe hears you. The universe feels you. The universe responds to you now and always. I am one with the wealth of the universe. I am the sound of divine prosperity. I am the vibration of abundance itself. Let this frequency carry you into the next dream, where all things you have spoken begin to take form. You are aligned. You are magnetic. You are the vibration of wealth made visible. So it is. So it is. So it is. You have released resistance. You have believed. You have felt the vibration of wealth. Now comes the sacred act, the speaking of power. Your words are the voice of God within you. They are not small. They are not ordinary. They are living frequencies, creative currents that move through air, thought, and matter, shaping the unseen into form. Florence Scovel Shinn said, "Your word is your wand. The words you speak create your world." So tonight, as you speak, remember every sound you make is magnetic. Every syllable carries energy. Every affirmation is a command to the universe. My words are powerful. My words create abundance. My words are charged with divine energy. When you say, "I am," you awaken the divine within you. You announce to creation who you choose to be. And creation, obedient, eternal, responsive, rearranges itself to match that vibration. I am prosperous. I am wealthy. I am divinely abundant. Speak these words not as a wish, but as a truth. Speak as one who already knows. Speak as one who commands, not pleads. Speak as one whose words never return void. Every word I speak returns multiplied. Every word I speak manifests perfectly. Every word I speak aligns with divine law. Pause. Let the air around you feel sacred, still, listening. Your words are forming golden ripples in the atmosphere, moving through unseen realms, touching possibilities, calling them home. My words call money to me. My words call peace to me. My words call opportunity to me. You are no longer hoping, you are declaring. Every declaration carries the strength of faith. Every affirmation is an act of divine remembrance. You are remembering your own creative nature. I speak, and it is done. I affirm, and it appears. I command, and it manifests. Feel that. Feel the gentle authority within those words. This is not arrogance, it is alignment. You are not demanding. You are agreeing with divine truth. My words agree with abundance. My words agree with success. My words agree with infinite good. Now, repeat slowly, letting your breath flow with each phrase. Money loves my voice. My words are magnets for prosperity. Every sentence I speak attracts blessings. Say them again. Let each one sink deeper into your subconscious. My words are magnets for prosperity. My words are magnets for prosperity. My words are magnets for prosperity. As you repeat, imagine each word glowing with light. Letters of gold floating in the air before you, spinning gently, then dissolving into the universe. They do not vanish, they manifest. They become circumstances, ideas, connections, and miracles. My affirmations are alive. My affirmations create instantly. My affirmations are seeds of wealth. Each word you speak plants a seed in the soil of spirit. Your faith is the sun. Your gratitude is the water, and the harvest is guaranteed. I plant words of prosperity. I speak words of wealth. I harvest miracles with my words. Now, let your tone soften even more. Speak to your subconscious mind as a loving teacher speaks to a child. Your inner self is listening, ready to obey, ready to believe. I am safe to speak abundance. I am worthy to declare prosperity. I am powerful in my words. Every fear that once silenced you, release it now. You no longer speak small words of doubt or delay. You speak the language of creation, faith, love, gratitude, and knowing. I no longer speak lack. I no longer speak fear. I only speak abundance. Say it again, stronger this time, feeling your voice awaken its ancient power. I only speak abundance. I only speak abundance. I only speak abundance. The vibration of these words expands through your entire being. It fills your room, your aura, your timeline, your future. Your spoken word becomes a creative current flowing ahead of you, preparing paths of ease, opportunity, and prosperity. My words prepare the way for success. My words create doors that open for me. My words shape my destiny. Now, pause and listen. Feel the quiet hum in your chest. That hum is the echo of creation responding to your word. The universe has heard you. divine timing, it delivers. My words never return empty. My affirmations always manifest. My declarations create reality. Your magnetism has found its voice. You are no longer just feeling, you are creating with sound. Sound is power. Sound is movement. Sound is manifestation. I speak life into my finances. I speak peace into my relationships. I speak prosperity into my path. And as you rest tonight, these words continue to move through dream, through energy, through the infinite field. They do not stop when you sleep. They keep building, forming, attracting. My words work while I sleep. My affirmations are alive and active. My speech is magnetic energy. Florence said, "The invisible forces are ever working for the man who is always sending out good thoughts. And you, beloved soul, are sending good words, pure, golden, magnetic affirmations. They travel out in waves and return with blessings multiplied. Every word I speak returns multiplied. Every blessing I give comes back tenfold. Every declaration draws its equal. You are a living temple of divine sound. Your speech is sacred. Your affirmations are law. I am the voice of divine abundance. I am the sound of wealth made manifest. I am the echo of prosperity." Rest now, speaking softly one last phrase, until your mind drifts between thought and dream. My words are magnetic. My words are creative. My words are divine. And so it is. And so it is. And so it is. Now, beloved soul, it is time to rest. It is time to enter the deep ocean of divine supply. You have believed. You have felt the vibration. You have spoken your words of power. Now, you rest, knowing that all is done. There is nothing more to chase, nothing to fix, nothing to prove. All things are working for you. Every prayer, every affirmation, every intention, already heard, already answered. I rest in divine supply. All that I need flows to me with ease. My good comes to me in perfect order. Take a slow, deep breath. Feel the weight of your body melt into the bed. Every muscle softens. Every thought slows. Every heartbeat aligns with peace. You are safe. You are loved. You are provided for. I am safe. I am loved. I am always provided for. The divine source that created worlds provides for you as easily as it spins the stars. It takes no effort. It requires no struggle. It is natural. Supply is natural. Abundance is my nature. Prosperity is my rhythm. As you breathe, imagine yourself floating on a golden sea. The water is warm, soft, and luminous. You do not swim, you are carried. Every wave that moves beneath you is divine provision. I am carried by abundance. I am supported by divine law. I am floating in infinite supply. You can feel the current of life holding you, lifting you, loving you. You never have to sink into worry again. I release all worry. I release all fear. I rest in trust. This is the holy rest, the sleep of creation, where the soul builds while the mind is still. Florence Scovel Shinn once wrote, "Faith knows it has already received and acts accordingly." And now you act accordingly. By resting, my faith allows me to rest. My trust allows me to sleep. My peace allows miracles to form. As you rest, your subconscious begins its perfect work. It receives every word you have spoken tonight, every belief, every affirmation, and it multiplies them. My subconscious creates abundance. My mind attracts divine wealth. My dreams build prosperity. Even as you drift, your energy continues to call forth good. You do not need to know how. You only need to allow. I allow good to come. I allow money to flow. I allow blessings to multiply. You are now in harmony with the infinite rhythm of giving and receiving. Each inhale draws in divine supply. Each exhale releases gratitude. I breathe in supply. gratitude. I breathe in abundance. I breathe out thanks. And in this breath, the entire universe breathes with you. Stars shine for you. The night sky hums with prosperity. The air around you is filled with invisible blessings waiting to become visible. Invisible good is now made visible. Unseen wealth is now revealed. My good takes form in divine timing. You rest now in the law of supply, the eternal truth that you can never be without. To be one with spirit is to be one with abundance. I am one with spirit. I am one with supply. I am one with infinite abundance. Your divine source never sleeps, so you can. It never tires, so you can rest. It never forgets, so you can surrender. I surrender all to divine order. I let go and trust the process. I sleep in peace and wake in prosperity. You are surrounded now by a soft field of light, the light of answered prayer. It glows golden, shimmering with all that is coming to you. Money, love, opportunity, peace. They are already moving toward you, quietly, perfectly, gracefully. All that is mine is coming to me now. I receive my good with joy. My wealth flows effortlessly to me. Let these words repeat softly within you. Let them loop in your dreams like a lullaby of power. The deeper you sleep, the more they root in your subconscious. I rest in divine supply. I rest in divine supply. I rest in divine supply. You are safe. You are complete. You are provided for in ways beyond imagination. All is well. All is done. All is unfolding in perfect time. All is well in my world. Everything is working for my highest good. I sleep in peace and I wake in wealth. The divine never fails. The source never withholds. The universe never runs dry. You are in the river of eternal supply, and the river is endless. My supply is endless. My prosperity is limitless. My abundance is eternal. Sleep now, beloved soul. Sleep in your truth. Sleep in your wealth. Sleep in your divine inheritance. Every breath you take from this moment on affirms one sacred truth. I am provided for. I am supported. I am supplied. And so it is. And so it is. And so it is. The night has done its perfect work. You have rested in divine supply. You have slept in faith. And now, gentle soul, you awaken, rich in body, in mind, and in spirit. The light of dawn touches your face. It carries with it the vibration of new beginnings. This is the hour of renewal, the moment of manifestation. Everything you believed, felt, and spoke during the night is now taking form. I awake rich in spirit. I awake rich in faith. I awake rich in reality. Feel your breath deepen. Let the first inhale of the day be filled with gratitude. Let the exhale carry away all that is finished. You rise renewed, refreshed, radiant with divine substance. I rise in light. I rise in wealth. I rise in joy. Every cell in your body hums with the memory of abundance. Your heart beats with the rhythm of prosperity. Your mind is clear and calm, a channel open to divine ideas. Ideas of success flow to me easily. My mind is a magnet for divine inspiration. Every thought I think is prosperous. Now, bring your attention to your hands. They are instruments of creation. Everything they touch is blessed, for your vibration transforms ordinary things into channels of good. My hands are blessed. My work is sacred. Prosperity flows through all I do. The morning light moves through you, filling your aura, brightening your thoughts, and grounding the wealth that has already been formed in the unseen. My wealth is here now. My good is here now. My abundance is here now. You do not have to chase it. You only need to recognize it. It is around you in opportunities, in people, in unexpected blessings. I recognize abundance everywhere. I see prosperity in all things. I attract wealth through gratitude. Feel the difference between the world of yesterday and this new one. Something has shifted, a peace, a power, a knowing. This is what it means to be rich in spirit. It is to know that no matter where you stand upon the soil of divine supply. Where I stand, abundance stands. Where I walk, prosperity follows. Where I go, good goes with me. Florence Scovel Shinn taught, "Nothing stands between man and his highest good, but fear and doubt. And you, beloved, have released them in your sleep. You awaken fearless. You awaken faithful. You awaken free. I am fearless in faith. I am confident in divine order. I am open to unlimited good." Look inward now and see your inner temple, the quiet sanctuary of your soul. It glows with gold light. In its center, a flame burns steady, the eternal flame of prosperity consciousness. My inner light guides my success. My inner flame attracts my fortune. My soul is my source. This flame burns through the day, keeping your vibration high, your mind magnetic, and your heart thankful. I walk in gratitude. I live in faith. I move in abundance. Now imagine yourself stepping into your day. Each footstep a declaration of trust. As you move, divine order goes before you, making straight your path, preparing every perfect connection. Divine order goes before me. Everything I need awaits my arrival. My way is prepared with prosperity. People you meet feel your calm power. They sense your energy before you speak. They respond to your magnetism, for you carry the vibration of peace and plenty. My presence is magnetic. My energy inspires wealth. My vibration uplifts all I meet. And wherever you go, money flows, not because you chase it, but because you embody it. Money flows to me naturally. Opportunities find me easily. Success surrounds me effortlessly. Every task you do today is an act of creation. Every word you speak continues the vibration of last night's affirmations. Every thought you think is an instruction to the universe. I think prosperity. I speak abundance. I act in faith. You are no longer separate from your wealth. You are one with it. You live inside abundance. You breathe prosperity. You embody divine supply. I am one with wealth. I am one with abundance. I am one with divine good. Now, stand tall in your spirit. Lift your chin, breathe in deeply, and affirm softly. I am the living proof of divine prosperity. I am the manifestation of abundance. I am the evidence of faith fulfilled. Carry this awareness through your day, like sunlight carried through glass, quietly, steadily, beautifully. No matter what appears before you, remember, appearances change, truth does not. Truth is abundance. Truth is supply. Truth is my reality. You are forever rich in spirit, and now your spirit has become your reality. You awaken to the life your faith has created. You walk in the world your words have built. You live inside the vibration your belief has called forth. I am rich in spirit and reality. My wealth is both seen and unseen. My life is the reflection of divine prosperity. And so, as this meditation ends, you rise renewed, confident, radiant. The peace of divine order is upon you. The joy of manifestation fills your heart, and the wealth of heaven flows through your hands. I walk in wealth. I live in light. I give thanks for my prosperity. You are magnetic. You are abundant. You are whole. You are blessed. And so it is. And so it is. And so it is.
You wake up. Before your eyes are fully open, you feel it. A familiar weight on your chest, a low hum of anxiety in your belly. Your first thought of the day isn't even your own. It's an echo of yesterday's worry, a premonition of a future problem. It slips in, uninvited, and sets the tone for everything that follows. You feel it in the car, as you rehearse a difficult conversation that hasn't happened yet, bracing for the worst. You feel it when you look in the mirror, and the voice that speaks is not one of kindness, but of harsh critique. You feel it when you check your email, your shoulders tensing in anticipation of another demand, another fire to put out. This is a game you are playing. At this very moment, you did not consciously choose it. You were not taught the rules. And yet, with every thought, every feeling, every quiet assumption, you play. Most of us are playing on defense, reacting, bracing, fearing the next move from an opponent we cannot see. We believe the game is one of luck, of chance, of circumstance. We think the board is tilted against us. But what if I told you that you are not just a piece on the board? What if I told you that you are the one moving all the pieces? A century ago, in an age of great upheaval and discovery, a woman of profound and simple clarity named Florence Scovel Shinn laid out the rules for us. She looked at the world, at the people who struggled and the people who soared, and she saw a single, unwavering law at play. She called it the game of life, and her first rule was this: the game of life is a game of boomerangs. Our thoughts, deeds, and words return to us sooner or later with astounding accuracy. This is the core teaching, the foundation upon which your entire reality is built. It is not a poetic metaphor, it is a spiritual mechanic. A law as real and as unfailing as gravity. Your inner world, the world of your dominant thoughts, your secret beliefs, your vivid imaginings, the cause. Your outer world, your health, your relationships, your finances, your career is the effect. Your mind is an architect, and your imagination is its most powerful tool. With it, you are constantly drawing up the blueprints for your life. The universe, in its infinite and impartial intelligence, simply looks at the plans you are holding and begins to build. It does not judge the plans. It does not question them. It does not care if the blueprint is for a shack or a temple. It only knows how to build, and it builds with perfect, unerring precision, according to the design you have given it. The game isn't about luck, it's about strategy. The strategy of the mind. Let's bring this down from the clouds and place it right here, on the ground where you live. Let's talk about how this blueprint works in the quiet corners of your daily existence. Think of the person who deeply, desperately wants a loving, committed partnership. They desire connection, intimacy, a feeling of being truly seen. They may even actively date and pursue relationships, but the blueprint they are holding, deep within their subconscious mind, is a design of unworthiness. Perhaps it was sketched in childhood by a feeling of being misunderstood. Perhaps it was drawn by a past betrayal that left a scar. But the design is there, and it whispers, "You are too much. You are not enough." If they see the real you, they will leave. So, when a new connection begins to deepen, an inner alarm goes off. They become anxious. They start looking for flaws in the other person as a defense mechanism, or they begin to subtly self-sabotage, picking a fight, pulling away, creating distance to avoid being rejected first. Their energy, their focus, their entire being is vibrating with the fear of not being truly lovable. And so, the universe, reading their true blueprint, the one written in the ink of fear, faithfully delivers partners who are emotionally distant, relationships that feel promising but then inexplicably fizzle out, a pattern of connections that never quite land. Their boomerang of fear returns to them with astounding accuracy, and they look at the empty space beside them and think, "See? I knew it. It always happens to me. Love is not for me." They don't realize they are the architect of their own loneliness. They are playing the game, but they are playing it to lose. Or consider the brilliant, capable person at work. They are creative, intuitive, dedicated. A new project or a leadership position opens up. It's the perfect opportunity for growth. Everyone can see they are the ideal candidate, but their blueprint, drawn in the faint, faded pencil of 1,000 small criticisms from their past, reads, "You are an imposter. You will be found out. Who are you to think you can do this?" So, when the opportunity arises, they hesitate. They tell themselves they need more experience, more training. In the meeting, they stay quiet, even though they have the answer. They hold back their best ideas for fear of judgment. Their inner critic is so loud, it drowns out the voice of their own genius. Another person, perhaps with less natural talent but holding a blueprint that reads, "I am capable, and I take bold action," steps forward and claims the opportunity. And our brilliant person returns to their desk, the boomerang of their self-doubt landing quietly in their lap. And they think, "I guess I just don't have what it takes. I missed my chance." They are holding the plans for a cage and wondering why they cannot fly. This law is impartial. It governs everything. Think about money. The person who works tirelessly, who is responsible and diligent, but lives in a state of constant gnawing anxiety about finances. Their blueprint is a frantic sketch of scarcity. It screams, "There is never enough. You are going to lose what you have. Be careful." They check their bank account with a sense of dread. They feel a pang of guilt with every necessary purchase. Their dominant thought is not on the flow of abundance, but on the fear of the drain. And so, the universe builds according to their plan. The dishwasher breaks. The car needs a sudden, expensive repair. An unexpected bill arrives in the mail. The game of life keeps presenting them with situations that validate their core belief, that money is slippery, unreliable, and always scarce. Their reality must conform to their belief. Their boomerang of lack returns to them, proving their deepest fear correct. "You see," they say, their stomach in knots. "It's always one step forward, 2 steps back. I can never get ahead." They don't see that their focus on the whole is precisely what keeps the shovel in their hands. This is not punishment. This is not cosmic cruelty. This is law. Your life, right now, in this moment, is a perfect reflection of the blueprints you have been holding in your mind. And seeing this clearly for the first time, it can sting. It can be painful to realize how long you've been building from a place of fear, not truth. But this clarity is not a condemnation. It is not a judgment. It is the beginning of your freedom. So now, take a soft, deep breath, because here is the most powerful, the most liberating, the most important truth you will hear today. You have been the architect all along. You have been the one drawing the plans. You have been the one holding the pen. You have been the master creator, wielding a power so immense you didn't even know you possessed it. You have been playing this game with incredible skill, creating your reality with pinpoint precision. You just didn't know you were the one in charge. This is not a moment for shame. This is not a moment for blame. This is the moment of your reclamation. This is the moment you stop looking outside of yourself for the cause of your circumstances. The economy, your past, other people, your luck. These are just the weather patterns. They are not the climate. The climate is within you. The power was never out there. It has always been in here. You have simply been building from old blueprints, plans handed down to you, plans you unconsciously accepted as your own. Today, you awaken to the truth. You can pick up the eraser. You can draw a new line. You can tear up the old designs and begin, right now, to draft a masterpiece. Florence said, "Man's word is his wand. Filled with magic and power, it is time to pick up your wand." So, how do we begin? How do we move from being an unconscious creator to a conscious one? How do we start playing the game to win? We do it not with force, not with struggle, but with a gentle, deliberate, and sacred daily practice. There are 3 steps. Step 1. Become the sacred observer. For the next 24 hours, your only task is to watch your mind without judgment. Become a silent, loving witness to your thoughts. What is the background music of your mind? Is it a song of worry, of criticism, of resentment? When you think about your finances, what is the very first feeling that arises? Scarcity or ease? When you think about your body, is your inner voice kind or cruel? When you think of your future, do you feel a sense of expansion or a feeling of dread? Do not try to change anything yet. Just observe. Notice the blueprints you have been holding. See them clearly. Perhaps for the first time. Acknowledge them with compassion. There is the belief that I am not truly worthy of love. I see you. I understand where you came from. This awareness is the sacred ground upon which all transformation is built. You cannot change a pattern you do not see. Step 2. Speak the new law into being. Once you have observed the old blueprint, you must consciously and deliberately replace it. This is done with your word. Your word is your wand. You will create a new law for your life, a new design, and you will speak it into existence. This is the power of affirmation, or as Florence called it, speaking the word. An affirmation is not wishful thinking. It is a statement of divine truth that overrides the false evidence of the senses. You are not trying to make it true. You are declaring what is already true in the realm of spirit and commanding your reality to conform. Find a quiet moment each day, in the morning when you wake, or at night before you sleep. Stand before a mirror if you can. Look into your own eyes and speak your new law with gentle conviction. Here are a few, written in the style of Florence, that you can use. Choose the one that resonates most, or create your own. For clearing old resentments and making way for new good, divine intelligence, I call upon the law of forgiveness. I forgive everyone, and everyone forgives me. The past has no power over me. The slate is wiped clean. My good now comes to me from unexpected avenues, and I am grateful. For calling in abundance and joyful success, I am now on the royal road of abundance, happiness, and self-expression. I am a perfect magnet for all that belongs to me by divine right. My ship comes in now, over a calm sea. For reclaiming your innate worthiness and power, I am a perfect divine idea in the mind of God. I am whole, complete, and unshakable. All that is mine by divine right now finds me, for I am one with the power that creates worlds. Speak it aloud. Feel the vibration of the words in your chest. Let them sink into your bones. You are giving the universe a new blueprint. Step 3. Embody the evidence. This is the final crucial step. You must act as if your new law is already fact. This is faith in action. If your affirmation is for abundance, you no longer speak of lack. You don't complain about prices. You give thanks for the money you have, No matter how small, you might leave a slightly larger tip, an act of faith that says, there is always more where that came from. If your affirmation is for love, you begin to treat yourself like someone who is cherished. You make your home a beautiful sanctuary. You speak to yourself with kindness. You enjoy your own company. You embody the energy of being loved, so that love can find its way to you. If your affirmation is for vibrant health, you stop describing your ailments to others. You speak of your increasing vitality. You move your body with gratitude. You nourish it with care. You act like a person who is well. You must live in the feeling of the wish fulfilled. This closes the circuit. It aligns your vibration with your new blueprint and makes its manifestation inevitable. Observe, declare, embody. This is the strategy. This is how you play the game. Now, a word of gentle encouragement for the path ahead. When you first start this practice, it may feel strange. It may feel like you are lying to yourself. That is the old programming, the old blueprint, fighting for its existence. And sometimes, just as you begin to feel a shift, the outer world may present you with a test. You declare abundance, and you get an unexpected expense. You declare peace, and an old conflict flares up. Florence called this the army of the aliens, the tribe of negative thoughts like fear, doubt, and discouragement that rush in to challenge your new decree. Do not be afraid. Do not falter. This resistance is not a sign of failure. It is the sound of the old foundation cracking to make way for the new. It is evidence that your word is working. You have flipped a circuit in your mind, and the old wiring is sparking as it loses power. Think of it like this. You have planted a seed of a magnificent oak tree in a garden that has only ever grown weeds. For a while, you will see nothing on the surface, and the weeds, accustomed to having all the space, might even seem to grow more aggressively for a time, trying to choke out the new life. Your job is not to panic. Your job is not to dig up the seed every day to see if it's working. Your job is to faithfully water it with your affirmations, to give it the sunlight of your embodied faith, and to mercilessly pull the weeds of doubt and fear the moment they appear. Trust the process. The outer world may take time to catch up to your inner shift, but the law is the law. The seed, once planted and tended, must grow. The blueprint, once given, must be built. Hold fast to your new vision. You are not a victim of circumstance. You are not broken. You are not flawed. You are not at the mercy of a chaotic world. You are a master player who simply forgot the rules of your own magnificent game. Today, you remember. You remember that your mind is the cause and your life is the effect. You remember that your word is your wand. You remember that you are the architect, holding the plans for everything you will ever experience. The power to change your life does not lie in changing your job, your partner, or your address. It lies in changing the blueprint within your own consciousness. It has always been there, waiting for you to pick up the pen. So I invite you now to make a declaration, to speak a new law into being, right here, right now. Leave a comment below and declare for yourself and for the world to see. I am the writer of my own law. Feel the truth of that statement settle into your soul. The board is set. The pieces are yours to move. The question is no longer if you will play, but how?
Beloved, I want you to hear me with your heart, not just your ears, because this truth will change the way you see yourself forever. There is a power resting on your tongue that could alter your entire life if you would dare to use it. The Bible declares, "Death and life are in the power of the tongue," and it does not say this lightly. It is not a poetic phrase, it is law. Every word that leaves your lips is a seed, and every seed brings forth a harvest. Some of you are living in fields of lack today, not because you are cursed, not because you are forgotten, but because of the words you have sown over time without even realizing it. You see, the world has taught women, especially women here in America, to hustle, to strive, to grind until they have nothing left to give. You've been taught to work harder, sleep less, worry more, and somehow prove yourself worthy of abundance. But God never designed life to work that way. He placed the answer in your mouth. And while you've been exhausting yourself trying to push open doors, heaven has been waiting for you to speak them open. Your voice is your wand, and with it, you are meant to call forth what already belongs to you. Look at your own life for a moment. How many times have you looked at a bill and sighed, "I'll never get ahead"? How often have you said to a friend, "I'm so broke," without realizing that your words are commanding your reality? You see, words are not just sounds, they are spiritual contracts. When you say, "I can't afford it," you have agreed with limitation. When you declare, "Nothing ever works out for me," you are giving fear permission to shape your future. But when you speak life, heaven itself bends to respond. The Bible says in Isaiah that God's word will not return void, but will accomplish what it was sent to do. And beloved, when you speak His promises over your life, you are sending out a force that cannot fail. I am telling you today that you are not powerless. The enemy wants you to believe you are small, that you have no say in your future, but that is a lie. You were created in the image of God, and the same Spirit that hovered over the waters in Genesis dwells in you. When God said, "Let there be light," light came forth. When Jesus said, "Peace, be still," the storm obeyed Him. And when you, His daughter, declare, "I am blessed, I am favored, I am rich in every way," those words carry divine authority. They are backed by heaven. Let me ask you something. What if your breakthrough is not delayed because of money, or connections, or opportunities, but because of silence? What if the miracle you've been praying for is hovering over your life, waiting for you to speak it into manifestation? God has already given you the promises. He is waiting for you to enforce them. You do not need to beg Him for what He has already declared yours. Psalm 23 says, "The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want." Not, "I might not want." Not, "If I am good enough, I won't want." But, "I shall not want." This is your inheritance, and it is time to claim it. So I challenge you today, open your mouth. Start speaking life over every area of your existence. Over your home, your children, your business, your health, and your finances. Say, "Every need is met. Every bill is paid. I walk in abundance." Even if your bank account seems empty, speak as if it is full, because faith is the evidence of things not seen. Speak as if God's promises are already done, because they are. The moment you declare His truth, angels are released to perform it. Beloved, your voice is more powerful than the stock market. Your words carry more weight than any economy. Heaven is not shaken by inflation, recession, or uncertainty, but it is moved by faith, and faith is released through your mouth. That is why I call your voice your wand. It is the tool by which you shape your life. Stop using it to build prisons. Stop using it to rehearse fear. Use it to paint a picture of your destiny. Speak until your heart believes, and then speak some more. You are not at the mercy of the world. You are at the mercy of your own confession. Proverbs tells us that a man's belly shall be filled with the fruit of his lips, and your life will be filled with whatever your lips continually declare. Choose today to speak abundance. Choose to create wealth with your words. Choose to plant seeds of faith that will bloom into miracles. Your mouth is the doorway to your future. Guard it, use it, and watch as heaven rearranges itself to match your decree. Beloved, I want to speak directly to every woman listening to me right now. The mothers carrying the weight of the household, the wives standing in the gap for their families, the single women building dreams with tears and grit, the daughters who feel like they've been overlooked or undervalued. You were created in the image of God. You are not a mistake. You are not powerless. You are not a victim of the world's economy. You are an heir to heaven's abundance, and it is time to take your financial power back. For too long, women have been told to settle, to shrink, to accept lack as if it were humility. But poverty is not humility, poverty is bondage. Jesus said in John 10:10, "I have come that they might have life, and have it more abundantly." Abundance is your birthright. You were not created to live in fear of bills, fear of rent, fear of the future. That fear is not from God. It is the enemy's tool to keep you silent and defeated. But the moment you begin to open your mouth and declare God's promises over your life, everything begins to shift. Look at the Proverbs 31 woman. She is not timid or fearful. She is bold, she is wise, she is wealthy. Scripture says she considers a field and buys it. She is a woman of vision and power. She knows her worth and uses her gifts to bring increase to her household. And do you know what that tells me, beloved? It tells me that God has always intended for women to walk in authority, not just spiritually, but financially. You were not made to be crushed under debt, to feel ashamed of money, or to rely solely on someone else for provision. You are a vessel of divine creativity, and what flows through you has the power to bless generations. Some of you listening to me right now feel trapped in survival mode. You're tired of living paycheck to paycheck, tired of scraping by, tired of feeling like there's never enough. And maybe, somewhere deep down, you've started to believe this is just how life is. But hear me, that is a lie from the pit of hell. Your Father owns the cattle on 1,000 hills. He is not limited. His resources are not running out. He is not looking at the state of the economy and wringing his hands in worry. Heaven's economy is overflowing, and as his daughter, you have full access. But you must rise up and claim it. That is why I am calling on you today, women of faith, to open your mouth and take your financial authority. You cannot wait for someone else to hand it to you. You cannot wait for a job to define your worth. You cannot wait for the world to validate your dreams. The kingdom is voice activated. You must speak it. You must decree it. You must see yourself as heaven sees you, chosen, favored, and empowered. There is a reason the enemy attacks women so fiercely. He knows that when a woman steps into her God-given authority, everything changes. The atmosphere of her home shifts. Her children grow up with confidence. Her marriage is strengthened. Her business flourishes. Her ministry expands. A woman walking in financial freedom is a weapon against the enemy's plans. That is why fear has tried to silence you. That is why doubt has whispered in your ear that you'll never have enough. But the Word of God says otherwise. The Word says you are blessed going in and blessed coming out. The Word says whatever you put your hands to shall prosper. The Word says you are more than a conqueror. Beloved, hear me, this is not about greed, this is about destiny. Money in the hands of a righteous woman feeds families, builds schools, funds missions, and changes communities. Wealth is not wicked, it is a tool, and in your hands it becomes a weapon for good. God is not glorified by your struggle. He is glorified when you walk in His promises. When people look at your life and see His provision, they will ask, "How is she thriving when others are falling apart?" And you will have the opportunity to point them to Him. It's time to stop apologizing for wanting more. It's time to stop feeling guilty for desiring financial stability. God placed that desire in you because He knows what He wants to do through you. Stop agreeing with smallness. Stop saying, "This is just how it is." Break that agreement today. Lift your head, square your shoulders, and declare, "I am a daughter of the King. I am blessed, I am favored, and wealth flows to me for His glory." From this day forward, you will not live as a victim of the world's economy. You will live as a citizen of heaven's economy. You will call in opportunities. You will call in divine connections. You will call in the ideas that will change everything for your family. You are not waiting on permission. Heaven has already given you authority. Rise up and take your power back. The kingdom is waiting for your voice. Beloved, listen closely, because this is where so many of God's daughters are trapped without even realizing it. The enemy's greatest trick is not always stealing your money. It is convincing you to agree with lack. Every time you say, "I can't afford it," every time you whisper, "We're just barely getting by," every time you declare, "This is just how life is," You sign a spiritual contract with poverty, and heaven cannot override what you consistently agree with. The Bible says in Amos 3:3, "Can two walk together except they be agreed?" When you agree with lack, lack becomes your companion. When you agree with fear, fear takes root. But when you agree with God's promises, abundance has no choice but to come. Some of you have been speaking curses over your finances without even realizing it. You've repeated the story of struggle for so long that you've built a wall around yourself with your words. But today I am here as a prophetic voice to tell you, tear it down. Cancel every word that doesn't align with God's truth. Stop agreeing with the lie that there's not enough. Stop agreeing with the voice that says you're not worthy, not smart enough, not good enough to be blessed. The blood of Jesus has already qualified you for every blessing in the kingdom. It is not your job to earn abundance, it is your job to agree with it. You see, the spiritual realm responds to your agreement. In Matthew 18:19, Jesus said, "If two of you shall agree on earth as touching anything that they shall ask, it shall be done for them by my Father in heaven." Agreement is powerful. And right now, heaven is waiting for your agreement. The angels of the Lord are standing by, waiting for your command. They are not activated by fear, they are activated by faith. When you say, "Money is always hard to come by," you release words that empower lack. But when you say, "I am supplied according to his riches in glory," you authorize heaven to deliver provision to your doorstep. Beloved, let me remind you of something. Your mouth is a creative force, not a commentary on your circumstances. The world wants you to think that speaking positively is foolish. They say, "Be realistic." But let me tell you what reality is. Reality is God's word, not your circumstances. God's word says, "The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want." It says, "He will open the windows of heaven and pour you out a blessing that you will not have room enough to receive." It says, "No good thing will he withhold from those who walk uprightly." That is your truth. That is your reality, and the only way to walk in it is to stop agreeing with anything less. When you speak fear, fear grows. When you speak lack, lack multiplies. But when you speak faith, faith rises up and brings you into alignment with divine order. Imagine your words as spiritual seeds. If you plant weeds, your garden will choke out your blessing. But if you plant truth, if you plant scripture, if you plant affirmations of abundance, your life will blossom like a well-watered garden. Beloved, stop letting fear use your mouth. Stop letting anxiety prophesy your future. Choose your words with intention. Speak life, speak wealth, speak increase. I know some of you are listening right now thinking, "But Florence, I have been saying these things and nothing has changed." Hear me, faith is not magic. Faith is law. Just as it takes time for seeds to sprout, your words need time to bear fruit. That is why the Bible says, "Hold fast to your confession of faith." Don't speak abundance once, and then go back to speaking defeat. Make your words a daily discipline. Refuse to let negativity pass your lips. It is not enough to believe silently, you must speak. Your voice is your weapon. Your words are your shield. And let me tell you, this breaking agreement with lack is not just about words, it is about posture. Stop acting like a beggar when you are a daughter of the King. Lift your head, straighten your shoulders, and speak as if your Father owns the universe, because He does. Speak as if the windows of heaven are already open, because they are. Stop rehearsing your pain. Stop retelling the story of how hard life is. The more you repeat it, the deeper it roots in your spirit. Instead, declare a new story. I am walking in divine supply. Every resource I need is flowing to me. I lack no good thing. Today, I invite you to do something radical. Repent for every word of lack you've spoken. Cancel every agreement you've made with fear, and step into alignment with abundance. Say out loud, "I break every covenant with poverty. I come into agreement with heaven's wealth." From this moment forward, my words are full of faith, my thoughts are full of peace, and my life is full of blessing. This declaration will open spiritual doors for you that no man can shut. Beloved, your words shape your world. Your agreement determines your atmosphere. Stop agreeing with lack and begin agreeing with life. Heaven is listening. Angels are listening. Your future is listening. Speak as if you know who you are, because you are not just a woman struggling to survive. You are a daughter of the Most High God, and abundance has always been your portion. Beloved, I want to give you something today that will not just inspire you for a moment, but transform your life for good. This is not a complicated ritual, not a religious performance. This is alignment with divine law. If you want to call money into your life, if you want to break out of cycles of fear and lack, you must make your words a daily habit. You see, faith is not a feeling, faith is a practice. And if you will discipline your tongue, you will unlock doors that no man can shut. I want you to begin every single morning with intentional words. When your eyes open, before you even reach for your phone, place your hand on your heart and whisper, I am aligned with divine abundance. I am supplied, I am blessed, and I am free. Let these words be the first seeds you plant each day. Your subconscious mind is tender in the morning. It receives what you say without resistance. Start your day with life-filled declarations, and you will set the tone for everything that follows. As you brush your teeth, as you brush your hair, as you prepare your coffee, I want you to turn those simple actions into moments of faith. When you stand in front of the mirror, look at yourself, not with shame, not with judgment, but with the eyes of heaven, and say, I radiate prosperity. Favor follows me everywhere I go. Speak until you feel the atmosphere shift in your heart. Even if your bank account is low, even if the bills are stacked high, choose faith-filled words. Remember, God calls things that are not as though they already are. You are not lying when you declare abundance, you are aligning. When you walk into your kitchen, look around and speak blessing over your home. Say, this house is filled with peace and provision. This space is expanding because I am expanding. If you live in a small apartment, do not despise it. Bless it. Your words are painting a picture of the future. When you step outside to go to work, speak over your day. Today I am led to divine connections. Today I will walk in favor. Today unexpected income flows to me. Beloved, this is not just positive thinking. This is spiritual law. Jesus himself said in Mark 11:23, Whoever says to this mountain, be removed and cast into the sea, and does not doubt in his heart, but believes that what he says will happen, it will be done for him. Did you hear that? Whoever say wise. Not whoever worries, not whoever hopes silently, but whoever speaks. Your words are your authority in action. Mountains move when you open your mouth. I want you to go even further. When you open your wallet, speak blessing over it. When you see your bills, instead of groaning, place your hand on them and say, you are paid in full. Money flows easily to me. If you have debt, speak to it. I call you canceled in Jesus' name. These words are not empty, they are assignments. Angels hear you and move at the sound of God's word. Make this a practice whenever you put your hands to work, whether you're typing at a desk, cooking for your family, or running a business. Declare, everything I touch multiplies. I am anointed to create wealth. These daily affirmations are not just declarations, they are spiritual warfare. The enemy cannot stand against a woman who knows her authority. Some of you may feel silly doing this at first. You may even feel resistance rise up inside of you. That's because the enemy knows the power of your words. He wants you to stay silent or negative. But beloved, you must push through. Speak boldly even if your circumstances haven't shifted yet. Keep speaking until the atmosphere around you begins to change. Faith is not based on what you see. It's based on what you know to be true in God's word. I encourage you to create what I call power moments throughout your day. Set reminders on your phone to pause and declare abundance. When you're driving to work, say, money comes to me from expected and unexpected places. When you're cooking dinner, say, my hands are blessed, and everything I create prospers. When you lay down at night, whisper, thank you, Father, that I lack nothing. I rest in abundance. These little moments create a rhythm of faith in your life. This is not about striving or trying to convince God to bless you. He has already blessed you. This is about bringing your mind, your spirit, and your words into alignment with what He has already declared over you. Your daily routine becomes your daily agreement with heaven, and when you walk in daily agreement, miracles stop being random events. They become your new normal. Beloved, if you will guard your tongue and speak life every day, you will see change. Not because the words are magic, but because words are law. The law of God never fails. Your declarations are seeds. Keep planting, keep watering, keep speaking. Soon, you will look back at your life and see a garden of abundance where there used to be weeds of fear. This is your new routine, and it will change everything. Beloved, I want you to understand something that most people miss. Your imagination is not a playground for fantasies. It is the blueprint of heaven. God has given you the gift of imagination because He created you in His image, and He Himself is a creator. In Genesis, He looked into the void and imagined light, and then He spoke, "Let there be light," and light appeared. Do you see? First came the vision, then the word, and finally, the manifestation. And so it is with you. If you cannot see yourself blessed in your spirit, you will never hold that blessing in your hands. I want to speak to every woman listening right now. You have been using your imagination, but the enemy has been twisting it. He has been using it to paint pictures of fear, failure, and lack. You imagine yourself unable to pay your bills. You imagine losing everything. You imagine worst-case scenarios over and over again. But that is not the will of God for your mind. He has called you to use your imagination as a divine womb, to birth the life He has already promised you. The Bible says, "As a man thinks in his heart, so is he." If you want to change your reality, you must first change the pictures you hold inside. Close your eyes for a moment and see yourself not as you are now, but as God sees you. See yourself debt-free. See your home filled with peace and beauty. See your children flourishing. See your hands holding the keys to new opportunities. See your bank account overflowing, not for vanity, but for His glory. Let your imagination be filled with abundance, because your mind is the spiritual canvas on which God paints His promises. Do not dismiss this as foolish or unrealistic. Faith itself is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. That means what you see with your spiritual eyes is more real than what you see with your physical eyes. Your imagination is your spiritual sight, and it is time to sanctify it. Stop letting fear write the script of your future. Start letting God's word form the pictures in your heart. When you speak your affirmations, beloved, pair them with vision. When you say, "Money flows to me," see yourself receiving checks in the mail. See yourself walking confidently into new opportunities. When you declare, "I am blessed and highly favored," picture doors opening for you without effort. Your mind is the soil, your words are the seeds, and your faith is the water. Together, they will produce a harvest. Florence Scovel Shinn always said, "Your word is your wand." But I want you to also know this: your imagination is your workshop. When you visualize yourself in abundance, you are creating a mold for spirit to fill. Spirit cannot fill a vacuum, it needs a clear image, a clear design. Just as an architect draws a plan before a builder constructs a home, your mind must draw the plan for the life you desire. Your words then enforce that blueprint, and heaven moves to make it real. Let me give you a practice that will change your life. Every night before bed, lie down and imagine your ideal life as if it is already happening. Feel the peace in your heart. Picture yourself free from fear, joyful and secure. See yourself blessing others, giving generously, walking in confidence. Let those images sink deeply into your subconscious mind, because your subconscious is like fertile soil that never argues. It simply brings forth what is planted. When you rise in the morning, speak words that match that vision. This is how you train your spirit to expect miracles. Beloved, your imagination is not a toy, it is a spiritual instrument. Use it with purpose. Do not allow fear to hijack your mind another day. When fear shows you disaster, replace it with God's promises. When doubt whispers that nothing will change, close your eyes and see your future through His eyes. He said, "I know the plans I have for you. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you a hope and a future." This is your truth. Hold on to it until it becomes your reality. And hear me, you do not need to know how it will happen. You do not need to see the steps. Your job is to see the end result and speak it. God's job is to orchestrate the details. Trust Him. Trust the law. Trust the vision He places in your heart. Do not rush. Do not doubt. Rest in the assurance that the moment you can see it and speak it, it already exists in the spiritual realm. Your imagination is the bridge between heaven's supply and your earthly experience. Protect it. Guard it. Feed it with truth. Let your mind become a sanctuary of abundance, not a battlefield of fear. When your vision aligns with your confession, and your confession aligns with God's word, nothing will be withheld from you. This is divine law, and it works every time. Beloved, I need you to hear this with your spirit, not just your mind. You are not at the mercy of this world's economy. You are not defined by Wall Street, your job title, your bank account, or the news headlines that scream fear and recession. No, you are a daughter of the King, and the King's economy never crashes. Heaven's supply is limitless. The Creator of the universe is not wringing His hands over inflation. He is not wondering how to provide for you. Your Father owns the cattle on 1,000 hills. He holds the universe in His hands. And if you are His child, that means every resource you need is already accounted for. This is where the enemy tries to keep so many women trapped, by convincing you that your future depends solely on what you can see. But Scripture says, we walk by faith, not by sight. What you see with your physical eyes is not the full story. Behind every closed door, behind every bill, behind every moment of uncertainty, heaven is at work. There are angels assigned to your life. They are waiting for your command, and they are not moved by fear. They respond to faith, and faith is released through your words. Let me remind you of something powerful. Psalm 103, verse 20 says that angels hearken to the voice of His word. Not your fear, not your worry, but His word. That means every time you declare, my God shall supply all my needs according to His riches in glory, angels are dispatched to ensure it happens. Every time you say, the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want, the entire spiritual realm aligns itself to bring provision into your hands. You are not begging for scraps, you are enforcing a covenant. Beloved, you are not a victim of the economy, you are a citizen of heaven, and heaven's economy is based on spiritual law, not earthly fluctuation. Spiritual law says, give, and it shall be given unto you. Spiritual law says, as a man sows, so shall he reap. Spiritual law says, no good thing will He withhold from those who walk uprightly. Do you see? You are never truly in lack, because heaven has no lack. When you believe this truth, when you walk in this truth, you will stop living in survival mode and start living in supernatural supply. Think of Jesus feeding the 5,000 with 5 loaves and 2 fish. He didn't look at the numbers and panic. He looked up to heaven, blessed what He had, and multiplied it. That same miracle working power is backing you right now. You may feel like you don't have enough, but God is not limited by your bank balance. Your job is not your source. It is only a channel. God is your source, and He has unlimited ways to provide for you. He can create opportunities you never imagined. He can open doors no man can shut. He can cause favor to fall on you in an instant, changing your entire story. But here is the key. You must stop speaking fear and start speaking faith. Stop agreeing with the world's report and start agreeing with heaven's truth. When the world says, money is hard to come by, you say, wealth and riches are in my house. When they say, there's no way out of debt, you declare, I am the head and not the tail, I am above only and not beneath. Your confession determines your reality. Heaven moves when you open your mouth and speak in alignment with God's promises. Some of you listening to me today have been waiting for someone to rescue you financially. You've been waiting for a raise, a job change, or even a miracle check in the mail. But I came to tell you that you already have the miracle inside of you. The kingdom of God is within you, and the moment you align your faith, your words, and your vision, provision will begin to flow. You are not waiting on heaven. Heaven is waiting on you to speak. Let me make this plain: your spiritual inheritance is already settled. Jesus paid for your freedom, your healing, and your provision on the cross. When He said, "It is finished," He didn't just mean salvation for your soul, he meant the full redemption of your life. You are redeemed from poverty. You are redeemed from lack. You are redeemed from fear. That is your legal standing. But spiritual laws work like natural laws. They don't operate automatically. Just as you must flip a light switch for electricity to flow, you must use your words to activate the promises of God. Beloved, I want you to start seeing yourself as heaven sees you, not as a woman scraping by, but as a woman backed by the full resources of heaven. Start walking with the confidence of one who knows she is covered. You are royalty. The King of Kings is your Father. And when you walk in that truth, doors open without you pushing. Opportunities find you. Money flows to you with ease because you are no longer striving. You are flowing with divine law. So the next time fear tries to creep in when you look at your bills or when you hear bad news about the economy, speak this out loud. I am not of this world's system. I live by heaven's economy. I am supplied, I am favored, and I will never lack. Say it until it becomes your reality, because the truth is, you are already backed by heaven's unlimited supply. All that is left is for you to believe it, declare it, and walk in it. Beloved, now that you've heard this truth, it's time to do something about it. I don't want you to just nod your head or feel inspired for a few minutes. I want you to rise up and claim your inheritance. There is a spiritual principle I have taught for years: nothing happens until you speak. The kingdom of God is voice activated. Angels move when they hear faith. Provision flows when it is called by name. Favor shows up when you decree it with confidence. Proverbs 18:21 says, "Death and life are in the power of the tongue, and those who love it will eat its fruit." Your words are not suggestions, they are law. So today, I invite you to open your mouth and decree your truth. Not the truth of the world, not the truth of your circumstances, but the truth of heaven. Say this with me, wherever you are right now, whispered if you must, but say it with faith. I am a child of the King. I am blessed, I am favored, I am rich in every way. Money flows to me from expected and unexpected places. I walk in divine wisdom, and I am led by the Spirit of God. Every bill is paid, every debt is canceled, every need is met. I am the head and not the tail. I am above only and not beneath. Doors are opening for me now. Opportunities chase me down. I am anointed to create wealth, and I use it for God's glory. I am fearless, I am faithful, and I lack nothing. Beloved, say this out loud every day until it becomes the song of your soul. Your words are powerful, and your spirit believes what it hears the most. You have spent years hearing voices of fear, voices of doubt, voices of limitation. It's time to retrain your spirit with the voice of truth. Start your mornings by declaring who you are and whose you are. Go to sleep at night with words of abundance on your lips. Even when your circumstances haven't shifted yet, speak as though they already have, because in the spiritual realm, they have. When you decree a thing, you are not begging God to move, you are enforcing His promises. The Bible says in Job 22:28, "You shall decree a thing, and it shall be established unto you." That means your decree is your authority in action. Your words are like royal commands, and heaven itself responds. This is not about arrogance. This is about knowing your identity. You are not a beggar at heaven's door. You are a daughter of the King, seated in heavenly places with Christ. And let me remind you of something: this is not just about money. This is about freedom. Money is a tool, and in your hands, it will bless your children, your family, your church, your community. When you walk in financial freedom, you walk in spiritual authority. The enemy wants you broke because he knows a free woman is a dangerous woman. A free woman gives boldly, dreams fearlessly, and lives fully in her calling. That is why I am challenging you today: open your mouth and take your freedom back. Beloved, imagine a world where women everywhere rise up and begin to speak life over themselves, over their homes, and over their finances. Imagine daughters no longer bound by fear, mothers no longer crying over unpaid bills, wives no longer feeling ashamed of wanting more. That is what God desires for you. That is why you are hearing this message right now. It is a divine appointment. He is inviting you to step into a new dimension of faith, a new level of abundance, and a new confidence in His promises. So let this be your decree every day. I walk in divine abundance. I am highly favored. My supply is limitless because my Father is limitless. I will never lack again, because I am a magnet for divine provision. Say it in your car. Say it in your kitchen. Say it while folding laundry or putting your children to bed. Let your home be filled with the sound of faith. And as you speak, the atmosphere around you will begin to shift. Angels will begin to move. Doors will begin to open. Opportunities will come to you effortlessly because heaven always responds to faith-filled words. This is your moment, beloved. You are not powerless. You are not forgotten. You are not trapped in cycles of struggle. You are a powerful spirit-filled woman of God, and you have the authority to call forth everything you need. So take your stand. Open your mouth. Speak as if your Father owns the universe, because He does. Declare abundance, walk in it, and never again agree with lack. Your decree is your victory. Speak it boldly. Live it daily. Watch as heaven aligns with your words, and your life becomes a testimony of God's goodness. The universe is a grand and perfect restaurant, always open, always abundant, with a kitchen that never runs out of ingredients. Its menu is endless. Health, joy, love, success, peace, riches beyond imagining. The chef is divine law, and the servers are infinite channels ready to deliver whatever you request. But here is the mystery most people miss. You are not a beggar in this place, you are a patron. Too many souls come to this banquet trembling, hats in hand, mumbling for crumbs, unsure if they even deserve to be seated. They plead for just enough to get by, as though they must earn their right to exist. But begging has no power here. In the restaurant of the infinite, your order is filled according to the clarity of your command. When you walk into an earthly cafe, you do not plead with the waiter, please, if it's not too much trouble. Perhaps a little soup? You open the menu, choose what delights you, and state it plainly. I'll have the roasted vegetables and tea. You trust that your order will go to the kitchen, be prepared, and arrive. You do not follow the waiter into the kitchen to stir the pot. You do not doubt whether the food exists. You simply order, believe, and receive. So it is with wealth. When you approach the infinite, speak with the authority of a beloved child of the kingdom. Wealth is not something you earn through strain and fear. It is something you command through faith and right word. You do not grasp at money with desperation. You call it forth as you would call a friend. You say, wealth now flows to me in perfect ways. My supply is endless, immediate, and secure. The beggar's tone says, I hope. The commander's tone says, it is so. The beggar vibrates with lack, drawing more lack. The commander vibrates with certainty, drawing the supply. The law responds to the energy behind your words, just as a kitchen responds to a clear ticket from the waiter. Do not confuse commanding with arrogance. Arrogance shouts from ego, true command speaks from alignment with divine order. When you command wealth, you are not forcing the universe. You are simply naming what is already yours in spirit and allowing it to manifest in the visible. Start today. Cast off the beggar's bowl. Step into the restaurant of the infinite and place your order without shame, without hesitation. Look upon the abundance all around you and remember, there is no shortage in the kitchen of God. What you speak with conviction must be prepared and delivered. Stop begging. Start commanding and watch the feast arrive before you. The universe is a limitless restaurant. Order, don't beg. Imagine for a moment that existence itself is a vast dining hall without walls, where the menu is written not on paper but in the very fabric of creation. Every desire you have, whether for wealth, health, love, or opportunity, is already available here in perfect form, waiting to be served. The kitchen is never closed, the shelves are never empty, and the chef never runs out of ideas. Everything you could possibly imagine, and far more that you cannot yet conceive, is already prepared in the unseen, ready to be called forth into the scene. Yet despite this truth, most people approach life as if they are standing outside a locked pantry, hoping someone will notice their hunger and toss them a scrap. When you enter a restaurant in the physical world, you walk in with the understanding that you will be served. You do not stand at the door pleading for a chance to see the menu. You are seated, handed your options, and given the freedom to choose. This is the way the divine has structured the ordering of life itself. You are here to choose, to select, to decide. The act of deciding is not a matter of arrogance or entitlement, it is the way you participate in creation. Without choice, nothing moves toward you, and nothing takes form for you. In this limitless restaurant of the universe, there is no shortage of tables, no rush that causes the kitchen to run out of ingredients, no secret list of worthy customers who get the best dishes while others are left with scraps. The same abundance is available to every soul because the source of this abundance is infinite mind itself. The limitation does not exist in the kitchen. It exists only in the ordering. And most of the world is not ordering at all. They are wishing, hoping, doubting, hesitating, and asking in half-hearted tones. The universe is precise, and it responds to precision. Just as a waiter cannot bring you your meal until you give a clear order, the creative law of life cannot deliver until you make a clear demand upon it. Think of the times you have gone to a cafe. You know what you want. You read the menu, picture it, and say the words with certainties. I'll have the omelette with spinach and cheese, and a side of fruit. You do not clutch the waiter's arm in fear that your omelette might not exist. You do not apologize for ordering. You do not whisper, if it's not too much trouble. You state your desire clearly, trusting that the process is already in motion from the moment you speak it. This is the mental posture you must take with life. You must stop begging for what is already yours by right of consciousness and begin commanding it into your experience, with the confidence of one who knows they will be served. Begging energy says, I am not sure this will happen, and I am not sure I deserve it. Commanding energy says, this is mine by divine law, and it comes to me now. The kitchen of the universe is not persuaded by pity. It is moved by certainty. When you order a meal in a restaurant, the kitchen does not care whether you are in rags or fine clothes, it only cares that a clear order was placed. In the same way, the universe does not require you to prove your worthiness before it delivers. Worthiness is inherent because you are part of the infinite. The only thing you must do is place the order with the vibration of knowing it will be fulfilled. Consider how ridiculous it would be to sit at a restaurant table saying, I really hope they bring me something to eat, but maybe I'm not important enough for them to notice. You would never think this way, because you know the system works. You order, they prepare, you receive. Yet people do exactly this with life. They look at their desires and instead of ordering, they send out mixed signals. I'd like to have money, but I don't want to be greedy. I'd like to be successful, but maybe it's too much to ask. I want love, but I'm afraid it will hurt me. In the language of the universe, these are not orders, they are cancellations. In the restaurant analogy, the clearer and more confident you are, the smoother the delivery. If you tell the waiter, I'll have, well, maybe the soup, unless it's too hot, or the salad, unless you're out of lettuce, or maybe just bring me whatever. The kitchen has no idea what to prepare. Life operates the same way. Your vague requests result in vague outcomes. Your precise commands result in precise manifestations. The law is exact, and you are the one who initiates its action. The limitless nature of the universal restaurant means you can place as many orders as you like. There is no penalty for ordering something magnificent, no scolding for wanting more than the bare minimum. In fact, ordering in abundance is a way of honoring the source itself. Just as a chef takes delight in preparing the finest meal for a guest who appreciates it, the creative force of the universe delights in expressing itself through your prosperity. Every desire that rises in you is a signal that the kitchen has the means to fulfill it. Your role is simply to claim it, as naturally as you would ask for your favorite dish. When you shift from begging to ordering, you step into the rightful role of a conscious creator. You stop hoping that fortune will notice you, and you start directing the flow toward you with intention. You use your words as the waiter's ticket, clear, specific, and unquestioned. You recognize that the ingredients of your desire already exist in the invisible storehouse of creation, ready to be assembled and delivered into form. Your order is the command that assembles them. In this way, the phrase, order, don't beg, becomes more than a metaphor, it becomes a way of life. You live as one who expects to be served by the infinite, because you understand that service is the nature of the infinite. You do not apologize for asking. You do not shrink from the size of your request. You do not water down your vision to match what you think is possible by human standards. You order from the highest vision you can imagine, knowing that the kitchen of the universe has no limits. Clear commands manifest, vague pleas dissolve. The creative law of the universe operates with exactness, responding to the precision of your request, just as a blueprint directs the construction of a building. A builder cannot erect a house from a foggy description. If the plans say, some kind of structure, maybe with a few rooms, nothing definite can be built, and the process grinds to a halt. In the same way, the invisible forces of supply cannot bring your desire into form, unless your mental and verbal orders are clear, definite, and unwavering. When you give a command to the universe, you are not speaking into empty air. You are activating a process as real and mechanical as placing a coded instruction into a machine. The command sets unseen principles into motion, aligning people, circumstances, and opportunities in ways that your human mind may never predict. But this movement begins with the crispness of your intention. A vague plea does not set the process in motion, it sends mixed signals, which the law cannot translate into concrete action. Think of a radio signal. A clear, steady transmission carries the exact frequency to the receiver, producing music or speech in perfect clarity. A garbled, faint, or shifting signal produces static. The receiver may try to make sense of it, but the result is noise, not a song. Your mental commands are like that transmission. If you know what you want and declare it with the conviction that it is already yours, the signal is strong, and the manifestation is sharp. If you waffle, doubt, or contradict yourself, the signal is broken, and nothing definite arrives. Vague pleas often come disguised as being humble, or not asking for too much. People will say, I just want a little more money to get by, or I just hope things get better somehow. These are not clear orders. They are expressions of uncertainty wrapped in modesty. The universe, being exact, delivers according to the clarity of the request. A little more money could mean a single dollar found on the street. Get better somehow could mean a temporary break in problems followed by more of the same. The law does not interpret beyond your statement. It takes your words as the blueprint. Clear commands, on the other hand, are expressed in present tense certainty. They name exactly what is desired, without apology or doubt. They are not wishes, which carry the implication that the outcome might not happen. They are declarations, which carry the vibration that it already exists in the unseen and is now appearing in form. I now receive 50,000 for my work, easily and joyfully. I am now living in my beautiful 3-bedroom home by the ocean. These are precise pictures that can be translated into form. Just as an architect's drawing contains measurements, materials, and placements, your clear command contains the details the creative process needs to assemble your desire. Another aspect of clarity is emotional consistency. If you speak a clear command but follow it with feelings of fear, guilt, or disbelief, you are essentially giving two conflicting orders. It is like telling a waiter, bring me the pasta. And then, as they walk away, calling after them, actually, maybe not pasta, just forget it. The result is confusion and nothing is served. To manifest effectively, your spoken word and your inner feeling must agree. The clearer your emotional vibration, the faster and more precisely your command is fulfilled. Many people fail to manifest because they spend more time talking about what they do not want than about what they do want. I don't want to be broke anymore is not the same as I am now wealthy. The first statement keeps the focus on lack, instructing the creative law to continue providing conditions that match it. The second statement is a clear command that shifts the focus to abundance, directing the law to bring conditions that match abundance. The law mirrors back what is imprinted upon it, and the imprint must be specific and affirmative. The process of moving from vague pleas to clear commands begins with decision. Decision is the act of cutting away all other possibilities except the one you choose. Once you have decided, you no longer ask whether it will happen. You begin to live in the certainty that it is happening now. In this mental state, your words naturally take on authority, because they are backed by conviction. Conviction is the fuel that carries your command from thought to manifestation. Clarity also requires that you strip away contradictions from your speech. If in one moment you declare, "I have more than enough money," but in the next moment you tell a friend, "I can't afford that," you are giving the law opposing instructions. The universe does not choose which statement to honor. It fulfills both, resulting in alternating conditions of abundance and lack. The disciplined commander of wealth speaks only in alignment with their chosen reality, even in casual conversation. This does not mean ignoring present facts, it means refusing to give them creative power by repeating them as if they were permanent. A vague plea is like sending someone to a store with the note, "Get me something nice." The result might be pleasing, but it will almost certainly not be exactly what you wanted. A clear command is like sending a list that says, 1 loaf of sourdough bread, a pound of fresh strawberries, and a bottle of sparkling water. You will receive precisely what you ordered. The difference in manifestation is not due to luck, but to the clarity of communication. One of the most effective ways to practice giving clear commands is to speak them aloud daily, in the same tone you would use to place an order you expect to be filled. The voice carries power, and when you speak with assurance, you reinforce the mental picture. The universe is a grand and perfect restaurant, always open, always abundant, with a kitchen that never runs out of ingredients. Its menu is endless: health, joy, love, success, peace, riches beyond imagining. The chef is divine law, and the servers are infinite channels ready to deliver whatever you request. But here is the mystery most people miss. You are not a beggar in this place, you are a patron. Too many souls come to this banquet trembling, hats in hand, mumbling for crumbs, unsure if they even deserve to be seated. They plead for just enough to get by, as though they must earn their right to exist. But begging has no power here. In the restaurant of the infinite, your order is filled according to the clarity of your command. When you walk into an earthly cafe, you do not plead with the waiter, "Please, if it's not too much trouble, perhaps a little soup." You open the menu, choose what delights you, and state it plainly. "I'll have the roasted vegetables and tea." You trust that your order will go to the kitchen, be prepared, and arrive. You do not follow the waiter into the kitchen to stir the pot. You do not doubt whether the food exists. You simply order, believe, and receive. So it is with wealth. When you approach the infinite, speak with the authority of a beloved child of the kingdom. Wealth is not something you earn through strain and fear. It is something you command through faith and right word. You do not grasp at money with desperation. You call it forth. The universe is a grand and perfect restaurant, always open, always abundant, with a kitchen that never runs out of ingredients. Its menu is endless: health, joy, love, success, peace, riches beyond imagining. The chef is divine law, and the servers are infinite channels ready to deliver whatever you request. But here is the mystery most people miss. You are not a beggar in this place, you are a patron. Too many souls come to this banquet trembling, hats in hand, mumbling for crumbs, unsure if they even deserve to be seated. They plead for just enough to get by, as though they must earn their right to exist. But begging has no power here. In the restaurant of the infinite, your order is filled according to the clarity of your command. When you walk into an earthly cafe, you do not plead with the waiter, "Please, if it's not too much trouble. Perhaps a little soup? You open the menu, choose what delights you, and state it plainly. I'll have the roasted vegetables and tea. You trust that your order will go to the kitchen, be prepared, and arrive. You do not follow the waiter into the kitchen to stir the pot. You do not doubt whether the food exists. You simply order, believe, and receive. So it is with wealth. When you approach the infinite, speak with the authority of a beloved child of the kingdom. Wealth is not something you earn through strain and fear. It is something you command through faith and right word. You do not grasp at money with desperation. You call it forth as you would call a friend. You say, "Wealth now flows to me in perfect ways. My supply is endless, immediate, and secure." The beggar's tone says, "I hope." The commander's tone says, "It is so." The beggar vibrates with lack, drawing more lack. The commander vibrates with certainty, drawing the supply. The law responds to the energy behind your words, just as a kitchen responds to a clear ticket from the waiter. Do not confuse commanding with arrogance. Arrogance shouts from ego, true command speaks from alignment with divine order. When you command wealth, you are not forcing the universe. You are simply naming what is already yours in spirit and allowing it to manifest in the visible. Start today. Cast off the beggar's bowl. Step into the restaurant of the infinite and place your order without shame, without hesitation. Look upon the abundance all around you and remember, there is no shortage in the kitchen of God. What you speak with conviction must be prepared and delivered. Stop begging. Start commanding and watch the feast arrive before you. The universe is a limitless restaurant. Order, don't beg. Imagine for a moment that existence itself is a vast dining hall without walls, where the menu is written not on paper but in the very fabric of creation. Every desire you have, whether for wealth, health, love, or opportunity, is already available here in perfect form, waiting to be served. The kitchen is never closed, the shelves are never empty, and the chef never runs out of ideas. Everything you could possibly imagine, and far more that you cannot yet conceive, is already prepared in the unseen, ready to be called forth into the scene. Yet despite this truth, most people approach life as if they are standing outside a locked pantry, hoping someone will notice their hunger and toss them a scrap. When you enter a restaurant in the physical world, you walk in with the understanding that you will be served. You do not stand at the door pleading for a chance to see the menu. You are seated, handed your options, and given the freedom to choose. This is the way the divine has structured the ordering of life itself. You are here to choose, to select, to decide. The act of deciding is not a matter of arrogance or entitlement, it is the way you participate in creation. Without choice, nothing moves toward you, and nothing takes form for you. In this limitless restaurant of the universe, there is no shortage of tables, no rush that causes the kitchen to run out of ingredients, no secret list of worthy customers who get the best dishes while others are left with scraps. The same abundance is available to every soul, because the source of this abundance is infinite mind itself. The limitation does not exist in the kitchen. It exists only in the ordering. And most of the world is not ordering at all. They are wishing, hoping, doubting, hesitating, and asking in half-hearted tones. The universe is precise, and it responds to precision. Just as a waiter cannot bring you your meal until you give a clear order, the creative law of life cannot deliver until you make a clear demand upon it. Think of the times you have gone to a cafe. You know what you want. You read the menu, picture it, and say the words with certainties. I'll have the omelette with spinach and cheese, and a side of fruit. You do not clutch the waiter's arm in fear that your omelette might not exist. You do not apologize for ordering. You do not whisper, if it's not too much trouble. You state your desire clearly, trusting that the process is already in motion from the moment you speak it. This is the mental posture you must take with life. You must stop begging for what is already yours by right of consciousness and begin commanding it into your experience, with the confidence of one who knows they will be served. Begging energy says, I am not sure this will happen, and I am not sure I deserve it. Commanding energy says, this is mine by divine law, and it comes to me now. The kitchen of the universe is not persuaded by pity. It is moved by certainty. When you order a meal in a restaurant, the kitchen does not care whether you are in rags or fine clothes. It only cares that a clear order was placed. In the same way, the universe does not require you to prove your worthiness before it delivers. Worthiness is inherent because you are part of the infinite. The only thing you must do is place the order with the vibration of knowing it will be fulfilled. Consider how ridiculous it would be to sit at a restaurant table saying, I really hope they bring me something to eat, but maybe I'm not important enough for them to notice. You would never think this way, because you know the system works. You order, they prepare, you receive. Yet people do exactly this with life. They look at their desires and instead of ordering, they send out mixed signals. I'd like to have money, but I don't want to be greedy. I'd like to be successful, but maybe it's too much to ask. I want love, but I'm afraid it will hurt me. In the language of the universe, these are not orders, they are cancellations. In the restaurant analogy, the clearer and more confident you are, the smoother the delivery. If you tell the waiter, I'll have, well, maybe the soup, unless it's too hot, or the salad, unless you're out of lettuce, or maybe just bring me whatever. The kitchen has no idea what to prepare. Life operates the same way. Your vague requests result in vague outcomes. Your precise commands result in precise manifestations. The law is exact, and you are the one who initiates its action. The limitless nature of the universal restaurant means you can place as many orders as you like. There is no penalty for ordering something magnificent, no scolding for wanting more than the bare minimum. In fact, ordering in abundance is a way of honoring the source itself. Just as a chef takes delight in preparing the finest meal for a guest who appreciates it, the creative force of the universe delights in expressing itself through your prosperity. Every desire that rises in you is a signal that the kitchen has the means to fulfill it. Your role is simply to claim it, as naturally as you would ask for your favorite dish. When you shift from begging to ordering, you step into the rightful role of a conscious creator. You stop hoping that fortune will notice you, and you start directing the flow toward you with intention. You use your words as the waiter's ticket, clear, specific, and unquestioned. You recognize that the ingredients of your desire already exist in the invisible storehouse of creation, ready to be assembled and delivered into form. Your order is the command that assembles them. In this way, the phrase, order, don't beg, becomes more than a metaphor, it becomes a way of life. You live as one who expects to be served by the infinite, because you understand that service is the nature of the infinite. You do not apologize for asking. You do not shrink from the size of your request. You do not water down your vision to match what you think is possible by human standards. You order from the highest vision you can imagine, knowing that the kitchen of the universe has no limits. Clear commands manifest, vague pleas dissolve. The creative law of the universe operates with exactness, responding to the precision of your request, just as a blueprint directs the construction of a building. A builder cannot erect a house from a foggy description. If the plans say, some kind of structure, maybe with a few rooms, nothing definite can be built, and the process grinds to a halt. In the same way, the invisible forces of supply cannot bring your desire into form, unless your mental and verbal orders are clear, definite, and unwavering. When you give a command to the universe, you are not speaking into empty air. You are activating a process as real and mechanical as placing a coded instruction into a machine. The command sets unseen principles into motion, aligning people, circumstances, and opportunities in ways that your human mind may never predict. But this movement begins with the crispness of your intention. A vague plea does not set the process in motion, it sends mixed signals, which the law cannot translate into concrete action. Think of a radio signal. A clear, steady transmission carries the exact frequency to the receiver. producing music or speech in perfect clarity. A garbled faint or shifting signal produces static. The receiver may try to make sense of it, but the result is noise, not a song. Your mental commands are like that transmission. If you know what you want and declare it with the conviction that it is already yours, the signal is strong, and the manifestation is sharp. If you waffle, doubt, or contradict yourself, the signal is broken, and nothing definite arrives. Vague pleas often come disguised as being humble, or not asking for too much. People will say, "I just want a little more money to get by," or "I just hope things get better somehow." These are not clear orders. They are expressions of uncertainty wrapped in modesty. The universe, being exact, delivers according to the clarity of the request. A little more money could mean a single dollar found on the street. Get better somehow could mean a temporary break in problems followed by more of the same. The law does not interpret beyond your statement. It takes your words as the blueprint. Clear commands, on the other hand, are expressed in present tense certainty. They name exactly what is desired, without apology or doubt. They are not wishes, which carry the implication that the outcome might not happen. They are declarations, which carry the vibration that it already exists in the unseen and is now appearing in form. I now receive 50,000 for my work, easily and joyfully. I am now living in my beautiful 3-bedroom home by the ocean. These are precise pictures that can be translated into form. Just as an architect's drawing contains measurements, materials, and placements, your clear command contains the details the creative process needs to assemble your desire. Another aspect of clarity is emotional consistency. If you speak a clear command but follow it with feelings of fear, guilt, or disbelief, you are essentially giving two conflicting orders. It is like telling a waiter, "Bring me the pasta," and then, as they walk away, calling after them, "Actually, maybe not pasta, just forget it." The result is confusion and nothing is served. To manifest effectively, your spoken word and your inner feeling must agree. The clearer your emotional vibration, the faster and more precisely your command is fulfilled. Many people fail to manifest because they spend more time talking about what they do not want than about what they do want. "I don't want to be broke anymore" is not the same as "I am now wealthy." The first statement keeps the focus on lack, instructing the creative law to continue providing conditions that match it. The second statement is a clear command that shifts the focus to abundance, directing the law to bring conditions that match abundance. The law mirrors back what is imprinted upon it, and the imprint must be specific and affirmative. The process of moving from vague pleas to clear commands begins with decision. Decision is the act of cutting away all other possibilities except the one you choose. Once you have decided, you no longer ask whether it will happen. You begin to live in the certainty that it is happening now. In this mental state, your words naturally take on authority, because they are backed by conviction. Conviction is the fuel that carries your command from thought to manifestation. Clarity also requires that you strip away contradictions from your speech. If in one moment you declare, "I have more than enough money," but in the next moment you tell a friend, "I can't afford that," you are giving the law opposing instructions. The universe does not choose which statement to honor. It fulfills both, resulting in alternating conditions of abundance and lack. The disciplined commander of wealth speaks only in alignment with their chosen reality, even in casual conversation. This does not mean ignoring present facts, it means refusing to give them creative power by repeating them as if they were permanent. A vague plea is like sending someone to a store with the note, "Get me something nice." The result might be pleasing, but it will almost certainly not be exactly what you wanted. A clear command is like sending a list that says, 1 loaf of sourdough bread, a pound of fresh strawberries, and a bottle of sparkling water. You will receive precisely what you ordered. The difference in manifestation is not due to luck, but to the clarity of communication. One of the most effective ways to practice giving clear commands is to speak them aloud daily. in the same tone you would use to place an order you expect to be filled. The voice carries power, and when you speak with assurance, you reinforce the mental picture and send a stronger signal. Combine this with the inner feeling that your request is already fulfilled, and you have created a command that is irresistible to the law. You must also release the habit of explaining or justifying your desires to yourself or to others. The need to explain comes from the doubt that you are entitled to what you ask for. In the realm of spiritual law, your desire is its own justification. If it is in harmony with the good of all, it is already lawful. The chef in the limitless restaurant does not need a reason why you want the meal you ordered. The only requirement is that you state it clearly. Your tone shapes your reality. Speak as a commander, not a beggar. Every word you speak carries an unseen vibration, a frequency that imprints itself upon the field of possibility around you. It is not only the content of your words that matters, but the tone in which they are delivered. The universe hears the spirit behind your speech more clearly than the literal syllables. A statement that sounds commanding in authority calls forth matching conditions, while a statement laced with pleading, fear, or uncertainty invites experiences that reflect those vibrations. The same request spoken in two different tones produces two entirely different outcomes because tone reveals the state of consciousness from which the request arises. When you speak as a commander, you stand in the knowing that your word carries weight and is backed by the creative law of the infinite. You speak with calm assurance, neither rushing nor hesitating, as if the fulfillment of your statement is already in progress. There is no trace of desperation in your tone, because desperation signals lack, and lack can only produce more lack. A commander knows that the moment the order is given, the process of manifestation begins, and so the tone naturally reflects certainty. The beggar's tone, on the other hand, betrays doubt. It is filled with the hope that something might happen, rather than the knowledge that it already is. Begging is not simply about using the words, please, or I hope. It is about the underlying vibration of uncertainty and unworthiness. The beggar's tone sends out the message, I am separate from what I desire, and I do not know if I will ever receive it. The universe, ever precise, reflects that separation back into form. This is why two people can speak similar affirmations but get entirely different results. One speaks from power, the other from powerlessness. In the realm of manifestation, tone is a bridge between thought and form. It carries the emotional frequency of your belief into the invisible, where it gathers the conditions that will later appear in the visible. Speaking as a commander requires an inner posture of alignment with what you are declaring. You cannot adopt a commanding tone for a few sentences and then return to self-doubt in your silent thoughts, because your tone will inevitably follow the truth of your inner state. This is why cultivating the feeling of already having your desire is essential. The tone of command will then flow naturally from that feeling. When you order food in a restaurant, you do not lower your voice to a trembling whisper or apologize for wanting it. You do not stretch out the sentence in uncertainty, hoping the waiter will agree to bring it. You say what you want, in a normal, matter-of-fact tone, because you have no question that it will be brought. That same simplicity applies to commanding your reality. The more ordinary and natural your declaration feels, the more potent it becomes. Speaking as a commander also means eliminating the verbal habits of begging. Phrases like, I hope, I wish, I'd like to, or, maybe, dilute your authority. They are the language of possibility, not certainty. And the universe responds in kind, producing possibilities instead of certainties. When you remove these softeners from your speech and replace them with definitive statements such as, I have, I am, it is so, you align your vibration with the reality you seek to create. The more you speak in absolutes, the more the law treats your word as an instruction, rather than a suggestion. Tone is shaped not only by your words but also by your breathing, pace, and energy. A hurried tone often signals anxiety, which is another form of lack. A dragging, hesitant tone signals reluctance or disbelief. A steady, even tone signals command. This steadiness comes from the inner conviction that your desire is already fulfilled in the invisible realm and is simply making its way into the visible. When you feel this conviction, your voice naturally reflects it, and that reflection becomes part of the creative process. It is worth observing how your tone shifts in different situations. Notice how you speak when you are certain of an outcome, compared to when you are unsure. When you confirm an appointment, you simply say, "I'll be there at 3 p.m. You don't lace it with uncertainty. That is the tone to carry into your declarations of wealth, health, and success. When you speak as a commander, your words are brief, clear, and final. There is no mental space left for the opposite to take root. Speaking as a commander is not about loudness or force. The quietest statement can carry great authority if it is backed by conviction. Likewise, a loud, forceful demand can still be the tone of a beggar if it is fueled by fear. True command is calm, steady, and inevitable in its effect. You do not need to convince the universe to comply with your words. You need only to align your tone with the truth that the universe is already complying. Training your tone begins with awareness. Spend time each day listening to yourself speak your desires aloud. Ask yourself whether the tone you hear sounds like a statement of fact or a plea for consideration. If it sounds like a plea, pause and reconnect with the inner knowing that what you desire is already yours in the unseen. Then speak again from that knowing. Over time, this practice rewires your habitual tone, replacing the vibration of begging with the vibration of authority. In the same way that the posture of your body influences your state of mind, the posture of your voice influences your consciousness. Straighten your words as you would straighten your back. Speak from the center of your being as you would walk with confidence. Your tone becomes a physical expression of your belief, and belief is the magnet that draws your reality. This principle applies beyond affirmations. Every casual conversation about your life is a form of command. If you speak about your finances with a tone of frustration or defeat, you are issuing commands for more of the same. If you speak about them with a tone of certainty and satisfaction, even before physical results appear, you are issuing commands for conditions that match that satisfaction. The universe is always listening, not only to what you say in your manifestation moments, but to the tone you carry in all your speech. Wealth is claimed through alignment, not strain. The common belief that prosperity must be wrestled from life through endless toil is a misconception born of fear and separation. In truth, wealth is the natural outflow of being in harmony with the laws that govern abundance. Alignment means that your thoughts, feelings, words, and actions are all pointed in the same direction, flowing with the current of the infinite rather than against it. When you are aligned, your desires are not at war with your beliefs, and your actions are not undermining your intentions. The energy you project is coherent, and coherent energy has drawing power. Strain, on the other hand, is a signal of misalignment. It arises when you are attempting to create from a place of lack, using effort to force an outcome that your inner state does not yet support. Strain treats wealth as something external, to be captured rather than an expression of the abundance already present within you. When you operate from strain, you may achieve temporary results, but they will feel fragile and easily lost because they were built on tension rather than harmony. Alignment does not mean inaction. It means that your action springs naturally from inspiration and certainty rather than fear and desperation. When you are aligned, your work feels purposeful, even joyful, because it is an extension of your inner vision. You move toward your goal without the sense that you are battling resistance at every step. Opportunities and resources seem to appear without strain because they are magnetized to the energy of alignment. One of the clearest signs of alignment is the absence of internal contradiction. If you desire wealth but secretly believe that having money will make you selfish, you are out of alignment. If you want financial freedom but spend most of your conversations repeating stories of struggle, you are out of alignment. Alignment requires that your conscious desire and your subconscious beliefs are in agreement. This agreement can be cultivated through the consistent use of affirmations, visualization, and deliberate mental discipline until the belief in abundance becomes as natural as breathing. Another key to alignment is emotional congruence. You cannot think one thing, say another, and feel something entirely different and expect the creative law to produce clarity. Wealth responds to the energy of gratitude, confidence, and expectation. If you feel resentment toward money or envy toward those who have it, you are pushing it away. When you genuinely bless wealth wherever you see it and feel joy at the idea of its flow, you open yourself to receive it. Alignment also expresses itself in your relationship to time. Strain believes that wealth must be earned through long hours and sacrifice, always sometime in the future. Alignment knows that abundance exists now and is unfolding in the present moment. When you are aligned, you stop chasing and start allowing. You still take action, but you take it from a place of knowing that the supply is already moving toward you. This shift in perspective changes the quality of your results because the energy behind them is clean and clear. Your environment plays a role in alignment as well. Surrounding yourself with symbols, images, and experiences that match your vision of wealth reinforces the state of mind that attracts it. This does not mean spending recklessly. It means choosing deliberately to place yourself in conditions that remind you of abundance. When you keep your surroundings in harmony with your vision, you are signaling to your subconscious mind that this is your normal reality, and the subconscious will work tirelessly to keep your outer world consistent with that inner image. Alignment is also maintained through the discipline of speech. When you speak of wealth as if it is a distant hope or a constant struggle, you are issuing instructions for more distance and struggle. When you speak as though it is already present and secure, you are giving the law a blueprint for its continued manifestation. This is why those who are truly aligned speak with a tone of calm certainty about their prosperity, regardless of temporary appearances. They are not pretending. They are speaking from the reality they have already claimed within. It is important to understand that alignment does not depend on conditions. You do not wait for the evidence of wealth before you align with it. You align first, and the evidence follows. This is the reversal of the way most people approach creation, and it is the reason many remain in a state of strain. They wait for outer proof before adjusting their inner state, but the outer world can only mirror what the inner state already holds. Alignment is choosing to live in the feeling and consciousness of abundance now, before the bank account, the business, or the possessions match it. When you are aligned, your decisions change. You stop making choices out of fear of losing money and start making them from the perspective of opportunity and expansion. You recognize that the flow of wealth is sustained by circulation, not hoarding, and you give and receive freely without the tightness that strain creates. This openness not only keeps you in harmony with the law of supply, but also attracts more to you, because life responds to the channels through which it can flow easily. The paradox is that the more aligned you are, the less you feel the frantic drive to get wealth, and yet the more naturally it comes to you. Strain always feels like chasing. Alignment feels like attracting. Strain drains energy because it is fueled by the belief that you must overcome lack. Alignment replenishes energy because it is fueled by the belief that you are already part of an infinite supply. This difference in energy is reflected in every interaction, every decision, and every opportunity that comes your way. Divine supply is infinite and immediate. The storehouse of the universe is without limit, and its shelves are never bare. What appears to human senses as scarcity is only the result of a restricted perception, for the true nature of supply is endless. Every form of wealth, whether it is money, ideas, opportunities, health, or relationships, springs from the same inexhaustible source, and that source is spirit. It cannot be depleted, for it is not made of material that can be consumed. It is made of the creative substance that is continually renewing itself. The flow of supply is constant, unbroken, and ready to be received the moment you align yourself with it. The belief that supply is slow or must be earned over a long stretch of time is a human limitation, not a law of the infinite. In truth, there is no delay in the spiritual realm. Delay exists only in the process of moving from the unseen to the seen, and that transition is determined by the receptivity of your own consciousness. The supply is already prepared, already complete in its ideal form. The moment you claim it in consciousness, it begins to appear in your experience. The appearance may seem gradual to the senses, but the reality is that it exists now, and you are simply moving into the place where you can see and touch it. Because divine supply is infinite, there is no competition for it. No one can take what is yours, and you cannot take what belongs to another. The portion that is yours exists in a way that only you can receive it, through channels uniquely suited to you. This truth eliminates the fear of loss and the grasping spirit that comes from believing that resources are limited. When you know that the supply is infinite, you relax into the certainty that there is always more, always enough, and that every apparent need is already met in spirit before you even recognize it. The immediacy of supply is one of the most misunderstood aspects of manifestation. People often believe they must wait for the right time, or for conditions to be ready, before their good can arrive. In the divine order, the right time is always now. Spirit operates in the eternal present, and its gifts are always given in the moment they are claimed. The seeming wait is only the time it takes for your outer life to reflect what you have accepted inwardly. If you accept slowly, the appearance is slow. If you accept fully and without doubt, the appearance is swift. This principle can be seen in nature. A seed does not hesitate or question whether the soil will support it. It begins to grow the moment it is placed in the earth. The fullness of the plant already exists within the seed in potential form, and the growth process is simply that potential becoming visible. In the same way, the fullness of your supply already exists within you. When you plant the seed of a clear command in the soil of faith, the growth into visible form begins at once. Divine supply being infinite also means it cannot be hoarded. In the human sense, people try to hold on to resources for fear that they will run out. But this clinging attitude actually constricts the flow. The law of supply is circulation. Just as water must flow to remain fresh, so supply must circulate to remain abundant. Giving, when done from a consciousness of abundance, is a powerful affirmation that the source is endless. It opens the channel wider for more to come in, because it declares in action, I have more than enough, and more is always on the way. The immediate nature of supply requires that you let go of the habit of postponement. Postponement is a subtle form of disbelief. When you say, someday I will be prosperous, you are pushing your good away into the future. The universe works in the now, and so your declaration must be in the now. I am prosperous now. I have supply now. My wealth is here now. Speaking in the present is not a denial of physical appearances, it is an affirmation of spiritual truth, which then reshapes physical appearances. When you recognize the infinity of supply, you also stop measuring your expectations by what you can see at the moment. If you judge your potential by your current bank account, you are cutting yourself off from the greater flow. The visible is only a fraction of the real. The invisible storehouse holds far more than you could ever count, and it is from that storehouse that all increase comes. The size of your supply is not determined by current conditions but by your capacity to receive, and your capacity expands in proportion to your faith. Knowing that supply is immediate changes the way you respond to needs. Instead of worrying or strategizing from fear, you go directly to the source in thought and declare that the need is already met. You do not beg for it to come, you claim it as present, and then you take inspired action from that certainty. Often, this shift in consciousness causes solutions to appear in ways you could not have planned. Unexpected channels, sudden ideas, or seemingly chance encounters. These are the physical expressions of the supply that was already yours in the unseen. The infinite nature of supply also frees you from the belief in big or small manifestations. Spirit does not measure in size. The same law that brings a cup of coffee into your life can bring a fortune. The difference lies only in your belief. If you believe something is difficult or will take a long time, you are placing limits on the limitless. When you see all supply as equally possible and equally immediate, you stop making distinctions that slow down the process. Living in the consciousness of infinite and immediate supply is a practice. It means training your mind to see beyond appearances, to think from abundance, even when lack seems to be staring you in the face. It means speaking as if your good is here, because in truth it is. It means acting from the place of already having, which causes the having to become visible. It means releasing the grasping and the waiting, and replacing them with trust and decisive claiming.
What if the conversation you're having about money is already a prayer? What if every sigh over a bill, every whispered worry, every casual "I'm broke" is not just talk, but a command the universe is obeying? And what if you could learn a new language? One that doesn't beg, but declares. One that doesn't hope, but knows. The world has taught you to believe your financial reality is a result of your job, your efforts, your luck. But the truth is, the architect of your abundance, or your lack, is the silent, steady monologue running within your own mind and the words that pass your lips each day. This new language, this language of command, speaks directly to the substance of the universe and calls forth the supply that is already, divinely, yours. By the end of our time together, you will hold the sacred keys to this language. You will understand not just that your words have power, but how to wield that power with grace and authority. You will learn to speak to your finances, to command your world, and to release the divine provision that has been waiting for you all along, dissolving the weight of debt, multiplying your resources, and opening new streams of supply. This is not a financial strategy. This is a spiritual awakening, and it begins now. Listen closely, beloved, for this is the foundational truth upon which all magnificent lives are built. The spiritual law of this universe is one of creation, and its primary tool is the spoken word. The great teacher Florence Scovel Shinn once said, "Man's word is his wand, filled with magic and power." This is not a poetic sentiment. It is a statement of immutable spiritual physics. Your words are not empty sounds that dissipate into the air. They are vessels. They are containers of energy, of intention, of belief. Every word you speak is a blueprint, an instruction given to the subtle, intelligent substance of the universe, which has no choice but to build according to the plan you provide. The world teaches us to speak from the outside in. We look at the bank account and we describe what we see. We receive a bill and we report on its size and its threat. We experience a setback and we tell the story of our struggle, our disappointment, our fear. We become journalists of our own perceived reality, describing the problem in vivid, painful detail, believing this is honesty, believing this is truth. But this is not the way of the conscious creator. This is not the path of the woman who knows her divine inheritance. As a being made in the image and likeness of the divine creator, you are called to a higher way of living, a way of speaking from the inside out. You are not here to merely report on the world as it appears. You are here to decree the world as you desire it to be. This is the essence of a bold declaration of faith. It is the act of calling forth things that are not yet visible as though they already were. It is the courage to stand in a reality of lack and speak with unwavering conviction of your abundance. It is the wisdom to look upon a mountain of debt and, instead of describing its intimidating height, command it to be moved. When you declare, "I am prosperous, I am blessed, I am divinely supplied," in the face of an empty wallet, you are not lying. You are prophesying. You are speaking a higher truth that cancels out the lesser fact. You are sending a new blueprint to the universal builder, a new command to the obedient servant of your subconscious mind. You must understand the profound difference between a plea and a command. A plea is born from a sense of lack. It is the prayer of a beggar hoping for a scrap from the table. It says, "Please, I hope, I wish." It reinforces the very energy of neediness and separation from your good. A command, however, is an exercise of your delegated spiritual authority. It is born from a deep inner knowing of your oneness with the source of all supply. It does not beg. It declares. It does not hope. It knows. A command says, "It is so." It is the firm, calm, unwavering declaration of the divine will working through you here on earth, just as it is in the invisible realm of infinite possibility. You are not begging an external God to provide for you. You are aligning yourself with the ever-present, ever-flowing stream of divine good and commanding your world to reflect this inner alignment. Your words are the tool you use to carve the channels through which this abundance can flow. Now let us speak of the inner world, for that is where all outer worlds are born. Before we can build the new, we must first have the courage to look upon the old. We must understand the quiet pain that has been directing your life until now. I know that voice, the one that whispers in the dead of night, calculating and recalculating the numbers, a knot of ice forming in your stomach. The voice that says, "There isn't enough." I know the subtle shame that washes over you when a friend suggests a dinner you cannot afford. The quick, practiced smile that hides the internal flinch. The feeling of being on the outside, looking in at a life of ease that feels so impossibly far away. I know the heavy sigh when you walk to the mailbox, bracing yourself for another envelope edged in red. The way your heart sinks just a little. Another confirmation of the story you've been told. You are in debt. You are behind. You are struggling. I know the internal monologue when you see a beautiful object, a nourishing experience, a chance for expansion, and the immediate, reflexive thought that follows. I can't afford that. Two small words, spoken internally with such certainty that they become a locked door, a cage. This is the trance of lack. It is a painful, exhausting state of being. You have been taught to see these feelings as a logical response to your circumstances. You have a bill, so you feel worry. Your account is low, so you feel fear. It seems to make sense. But here is the truth you must understand. The worry was not born from the bill. The bill was born from a long-held pattern of worry. The empty account is not the cause of your fear. It is the physical manifestation of a deep, abiding belief in insufficiency. You have been living in a feedback loop where your outer world simply confirms the fears of your inner world, and your inner world reacts to the outer world with more fear. Round and round it goes. The mountain of debt grows larger not because you are lazy or unworthy, but because you have been feeding it with the energy of your attention, your fear, and your words. Every time you say, "I'm so broke," you are casting a vote for more brokenness. Every time you complain about your expenses, you are placing an order for more things to complain about. Every time you share your story of financial struggle, you are solidifying its foundations, making it more real, more permanent. The mountain of insufficient income feels immovable because you have been speaking about it instead of speaking to it. You have been treating it like a permanent feature of your landscape, a geological fact rather than what it truly is, a temporary accumulation of energy held in place by your belief and your language. Your unexpected expenses feel like a constant attack because, on some deep level, you have been expecting them. The subconscious mind, your faithful servant, hears your underlying fear of, "What if something goes wrong?" and dutifully arranges circumstances to match your deepest belief. It doesn't judge, it simply obeys. This is the painful hidden engine that has been running your financial life. It is a spiritual battle being fought with the weapons of thoughts, beliefs, and, most powerfully, words. But the enemy is not an external force plotting against you. The spiritual enemy is a deeply ingrained mindset, a poverty consciousness, a trance of limitation that you were likely born into, that has been passed down through generations, that is reinforced by the world around you every single day. It is a lie. A powerful lie, yes. A convincing illusion, absolutely. But a lie nonetheless. And today, you awaken from that trance. Now listen closely, for this is the moment of your reclamation. This is the turning point. The truth is, you are already a master of this spiritual law. You have been using it perfectly, flawlessly, your entire life. The creative power of your word has been working all along. You have simply been directing it unconsciously toward outcomes that bring you pain. Let that sink in. This is not a moment for shame. This is a moment for profound empowerment. You are not broken. You have not failed. You have simply been unaware of the immense power you wield. You are like a queen who has forgotten her authority, living as a pauper in her own palace, unaware that the entire kingdom awaits her command. The law is impartial. It works just as powerfully for lack as it does for abundance. It brings poverty with the same efficiency it brings wealth. The soil of the universe grows whatever seed you plant. It does not judge the seed. It simply grows it. You have been planting seeds of worry, doubt, and fear, and you have naturally harvested a garden of lack. Today you realize you are the gardener. This awareness changes everything. It moves you from the position of a victim to the position of a creator. It takes the power away from your circumstances, your boss, the economy, your past, and places it firmly back where it has always belonged, in your own mind, on your own tongue. You have been given spiritual authority. This is your divine birthright. When the great masters spoke of the authority given to humankind, it was not merely for healing the sick or performing grand miracles. It was for the dominion over one's own life, one's own world, one's own experience. And that includes your finances. In the old way of thinking, you might see your financial struggles as a purely economic problem. You believe the solution lies in a better job, a different budget, a new investment strategy. And while those things have their place, they are branches, not the root. They do not address the spiritual foundation of your reality. The truth is, financial hardship, debt, and poverty are spiritual conditions before they are physical ones. They are manifestations of a consciousness of lack. They are an energy, a frequency, and you have been given the authority to command that energy to leave your presence. Think of it this way. A police officer directing traffic does not need to be physically stronger than the cars. Her power is not her own. She stands as a representative of a larger authority, the law of the city. When she raises her hand, the cars stop not because of her personal might, but because of the authority she represents. In the same way, when you speak to your financial situation, you are not speaking with your own limited personal power. You are not trying to think positive or muster up some fragile willpower. You are standing in the authority of the divine. You are speaking as a child of the king, an heir to the kingdom. You are aligning with the immutable laws of the universe and commanding the lower energies of lack and poverty to release their grip on your life. This is not an authority you must earn. It is a gift you must accept. It is a power that is accessed through faith, the quiet, steady belief in the unseen. And it is exercised through your bold, unwavering declarations. You do not have to be a victim of your circumstances any longer. You can be the victor. When the bill arrives, you do not have to tremble in fear. You can hold it in your hand and speak to the spirit of debt, commanding it to be dissolved and paid in full. When your bank account looks empty, You do not have to accept it as the final word. You can look at the number and declare with quiet conviction, "This is an illusion. My God is my supply, and my supply is infinite. Every need is met, instantly and abundantly." This is not about pretending a problem doesn't exist. It is about rising to a higher level of truth where the problem has no power. It is an act of sovereign faith that says, "I believe what the divine says about me more than I believe what my temporary circumstances show me. I will not let the shadows define my reality." You are a creator. You are an heir. And it is time to claim your authority. So how do we begin to walk in this new reality? How do we translate this profound truth into a daily, sacred practice? We begin with simple, gentle, yet powerful steps. This is not about striving or forcing. It is about a soft, rhythmic turning of your attention and your words toward the truth of your being. The first sacred step, the audit of the tongue. For the next 24 hours, you are to become a gentle, loving observer of your own words. Carry a small notebook or use a notes app on your phone. Your only task is to notice. Notice every time you speak a word of lack. Notice the "I can't afford it." Notice the "I'm so broke." Notice the "there's never enough money." Notice the sighs of worry. Notice the complaints about prices. Notice when you tell the old, tired story of your financial struggle to a friend. Do not judge yourself. Do not shame yourself. Simply write it down. Just notice. This is a practice of awareness. You are simply turning on the light in a room that has been dark for a very long time. You are lovingly identifying the weeds in your garden before you begin to plant the new seeds. Most women are shocked by what they discover. They find that the language of lack is so automatic, so deeply ingrained, that they are speaking it dozens, even hundreds of times a day, without even realizing it. This first step is the Great Awakening. It is the moment you see, with undeniable clarity, the blueprints you have been handing to the universe. The second sacred step, the divine decree. Once you have become aware of the old language, you can begin to consciously choose the new one. This is the practice of the bold declaration, the divine decree. This is where you write your new story. I want you to write down 2 or 3 powerful Florence-style affirmations on a small card. Place this card somewhere you will see it constantly, on your bathroom mirror, by your computer, in your car. These are not just positive thoughts. These are statements of divine law. They are your new commands. Choose words that resonate with a feeling of peace, relief, and truth. Here are a few to begin with. I am now in the flow of divine abundance. All my needs are met, and my world is filled with plenty. Every channel of supply is open to me. My cup runneth over. I am a magnet for divine prosperity. I give thanks for my immediate and ever-increasing supply. All financial doors are open. All financial roads are clear. Your practice is simple. Every time you catch yourself speaking or thinking the old language of lack, you gently stop, you take a breath, and you read your card aloud. You replace the old blueprint with the new one. In the beginning, this will feel like a conscious effort. You might say the words, and a part of your mind might argue back, but look at the bank account. This isn't true. Acknowledge that voice. See it as the death cry of the old belief system. And then, calmly and firmly, speak your truth again. You are not trying to convince your rational mind. You are impressing a new truth upon the fertile soil of your subconscious mind, which accepts what it is told repeatedly and with conviction. You are training your tongue, and therefore your mind, to speak the language of your soul, the language of abundance. The third sacred step, speaking to the mountain. This is where your faith becomes active and focused. The great teacher did not say to pray about the mountain, to analyze the mountain, or to complain about the mountain. He said to speak to the mountain. Your financial lack is a mountain. It is an accumulation of old beliefs and old words, and it is subject to your new authority. I invite you into this practice. Take a physical representation of your mountain. It could be an unpaid bill. It could be a credit card statement. It could be your online banking page pulled up on the screen. Hold it in your hands. Look at it. See it not as a threat, but as an opportunity to exercise your spiritual authority. And then speak to it directly, not with anger, not with fear, but with the calm, quiet conviction of a queen giving a command. Say to the bill, "You are not a debt. You are an illusion of lack. I speak the word of abundance over you. You are paid in full. You are dissolved and rendered harmless. I command you to disappear from my world. In the name of my divine authority, it is done." Say to the bank account, "You are not a measure of my worth or my supply. You are a channel, and I command you to open wide to the river of divine abundance that flows to me now. You are filled to overflowing. You are a vessel of plenty." Your words are the shovel that moves the mountain. Each time you speak to your circumstances with authority, you are digging away at the foundation of lack. You are commanding the physical world to realign itself with the higher spiritual truth you have chosen. This is not a game. This is the work of a master creator reclaiming her world. Do this daily. Make it a ritual. Be consistent. You are not looking for instant magical fireworks. You are doing the steady sacred work of rewriting your reality, one word at a time. Now, let us speak of the space in between, the sacred pause between planting the seed and seeing the sprout. This is the place where most people falter. This is the test of your faith. When you begin this practice, when you start speaking your new language of abundance, you must understand that the outer world may not change overnight. The seeds you have planted in the soil of your mind need time to germinate in the darkness. The new blueprint has been submitted, but the old structure may still be standing for a short while as the new foundation is being laid. This is a critical time. You may speak your decrees of abundance, and then, an hour later, receive an unexpected bill. The old mind, the ego, will scream, "See, it's not working. This is foolishness. Your problems are real." This is the moment of your most important choice. You must learn to see this resistance not as a sign of failure, but as a sign of success. The discomfort, the appearance of contradiction, is evidence that you are shifting. You have changed the inner vibration, and the old reality is now out of alignment with your new frequency. It is thrashing about, trying to pull you back into the familiar pattern. Think of it like flipping a massive switch. You have thrown the lever to abundance, but the old machinery of lack takes a moment to power down. It groans and sparks as it comes to a halt. Do not be frightened by the noise. Stand firm in your knowing that the new power is already surging through the wires. Or think of it as a garden. You have spent years allowing weeds of poverty consciousness to grow unchecked. Now, you have diligently pulled them and planted the beautiful seeds of divine truth. For a few days, the garden may still look like bare earth. It might not look much different than it did before. But you, the wise gardener, know that beneath the surface, a miracle is happening. Roots are forming. Life is stirring. You do not dig up your seeds every day to see if they are growing. You trust the process. You continue to water them with your faith and your words. During this transitional period, your only job is to remain faithful to your new language. When the illusion of lack appears, do not engage it. Do not argue with it. Simply see it, acknowledge it as the last echo of an old reality, and calmly restate your truth. Despite this appearance, I know that my world is filled with abundance. Reassure yourself. Be gentle with yourself. You are rewiring decades of conditioned thinking. It is a profound and sacred undertaking. You are not broken. You are simply remembering the truth of who you are. The outer change is a sign of internal success. The slowness of the shift is not a reason to doubt. It is an invitation to deepen your trust. Keep planting the seeds, keep flipping the switch, keep tending the new soil of your mind. The harvest is assured. And so, we arrive at this present moment, a moment of truth and a moment of choice. You have heard the word today. You understand now that your financial struggle has never been just a worldly problem, but a spiritual one, and you have learned that you are not and have never been powerless against it. You now hold the sacred weapons of your own divine authority, the bold declaration of faith, the power to speak to the mountain of lack, and the unshakable promise of a spiritual covenant that guarantees your prosperity. But none of this knowledge will transform your world if you do not first make a decision. A clear, conscious, unwavering decision to cast down the stronghold of the poverty mentality in your own mind. The time for timid prayers is over. The time for lamenting your circumstances has passed. Today you make a new choice, a decision to stand on the immutable law of your own being, to declare your divine rights, and to command your finances, your world, your entire reality to come into alignment with the will of the divine source that flows through you. Do not let your feelings, your five senses, or your past experiences dictate your reality any longer. Let the truth you have heard today be the final authority in your life. Remember, the mountain has to move. The debt has to be broken. The lack has to flee. Why? Because you have spoken to it. You have commanded it in the name of your own divine I Am presence, the name that is above every other name and every other condition. So go forth now from this place, not with fear, but with a quiet anointing of confidence. Go forth and watch as the universe rearranges itself to match your new word. It has no choice. It must obey. You are not broken. You are remembering. You are not lacking. You are awakening to the infinite supply that has always been yours. I invite you now to make a public declaration of your new authority. In the comments below, as an act of faith and a command to the universe, simply write the words, "I speak to my world, and my world obeys." Let this be your line in the sand. The moment you stopped being a reporter of your circumstances and began your reign as the conscious creator of your life. And as you move through your day, hold this one question gently in your heart. From this day forward, what new story will my words write for me?